Well, hello everybody. How are we? Welcome to the Colour Cave. It is indeed our fourth birthday, and I will just slide this way slightly. You can see our wonderful balloon in the background. Can everyone just let me know, first of all, are we okay for sound and light? That would be really helpful. Just while I'm waiting for some of your replies, I'd like to say hello to Julie Scott from Yorkshire. Happy birthday, Julie. I would like to tell you that your birthday is the same day as the cave birthday, but it's actually not. Cave birthday was actually a week and a bit ago, but because I wasn't well, we didn't celebrate it. Also, would like to say hello to Joanna, who is new here. Welcome, Joanna. Warm welcome. And I hope you enjoy yourself. We're very chilled out. We just like to take it easy and, kick back, do some art stuff. Oh, thanks, Thea. I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm glad you think I look okay. Hi, Cal. Thank you. So everything looks and sounds okay. We are using natural light just now. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's just started to snow. We had 18 degrees Celsius at the weekend, and now it's snowing. So yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll get on with the hair thing in just a wee second. I just want to kick back and chill because we're not actually starting until 6 o'clock. So we can just sort of hang out and chat. I was going to say a sweary word there. We're only 2 seconds in. Oh wow, he is just terrible. Oh, I'm glad everybody's liking the hair though. We can dig into that a little bit in the background. Hello, Nye. Yes, the noise that you can hear in the background is a very slight buzz. I can't do anything about that. That noise you can hear is my laptop. This laptop is on its last legs. I've tried to move the microphone as far away as I can. Might even be able to stretch it a little bit more. Hang on. Right, okay. Can you tell me? Can you tell me if that sounds any better now? If I just shut my mouth for a minute. Oh, Julie's got snow as well. Hi, Black Rose. Thanks for coming. I honestly didn't expect to see you, so thanks for popping in. Oh, Julie's got snow as well. Yeah, it's literally just started. I was sitting out on the deck earlier on in my bare feet, and it just came from nowhere. It was forecast though. We were supposed to have it all day, but it's just hopefully it doesn't stay. Yeah, Thea, this laptop's got three fans and they're all knackered, basically. Does that sound better? Still there? Okay. It's not registering on the audio scale. I don't, and I can't move it any further away. So I hope that's not going to bug everyone. And I'm really sorry. Like I'm super sorry about it. Oh dear. It doesn't help. Some people have got really sensitive hearing, especially to particular sound waves and particular noises. For me, it's really high pitched noises. Things like calves crying, and I can't block it out. I just can't do it. So yeah, okay, it's not too bad. Okay, right, that's a start. I may have to sort that out. I've been kind of playing about with the setup because we don't live stream very often. I haven't quite found the groove yet, but I've got two screens, and one is the laptop screen, and the other is just a secondary monitor. And I've played about switching between having the chat at the camera, which is here, and having the OBS, which is the streaming software, on the other monitor, which is over there. Um, but if I have the laptop in front of me, if I want the camera in front of me, the microphone cable only stretches so far. So I'm having a longer cable. But yeah, okay. We'll see how it goes. If it gets really annoying, maybe try and do something about it. But yeah, like what I was saying about the lighting is we are going to lose the light at some point. The clocks have changed here. I know some of you don't observe daylight savings and some of you do. So although it's lighter in the evenings now already, even though the clock's only changed on Sunday, I've still not quite figured out when we lose the light. And because it's snowing, obviously there's a lot of cloud cover. So maybe about 8 o'clock we might have to shut the blind and change the lights. But again, you guys can let me know if you're struggling to see me. I'm sure you'll tell me. Oh dear. Roseanne has kids talking, microwave turning, and curry bubbling so she can't hear the bus. Right, there's the answer, everyone. It's nothing to do with me. You guys just have to get yourself some background noise on. Everything will be okay. Oh, Lisa, you're working. Working. I like that. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more, say no more. I was actually, I was in another stream. I was doing something else. I was working, and I had a stream on in the background, and it was a gaming stream because most of you know I like to play video games. And I was amazed at the number of people that were in that stream that were working, and some were blatantly flouting the rules more than others. It's fine for me when I'm doing data stuff. I can have something on. It's a bit like having the radio on. You know, it's just a bit of background noise, and you glance up every now and then. But there was people in there that were actually in Zoom meetings, and they had like their Zoom meeting muted, and they were sitting watching a live stream, which I think is absolutely hilarious but ridiculous at the same time. Oh dear. Oh hi Green Hat. I wasn't expected to see you. Oh hello. It's two people I wasn't expected to see. Yeah, the balloon's pretty awesome this time. They come in like massive boxes because I got them mail ordered in, and I can't get over the size of the box, but the balloon's inflated in the box, so obviously it's gonna be a big box. But yeah, this one's good. Oh, we have a Pippy tail. Hi Pip, you gonna come and say hello? Say hi. No, don't say hi to me. Say hi to everyone else. Over there. Pippy, what's this up here? Look, say hello. Hello, Gavers. No, okay, sorry. Okay, light and sound seems good. Great stuff. Thea has YouTube and Twitch streams on all the time. Yeah. Hi Laurie, nice to see you too. All good and well. Okay, it's officially 6 o'clock, so let's just get started. So first of all, let's talk about the hair, obviously. Did not go as well as planned, I have to say. But quite often, as happens in art, happens in hair, apparently. We've had some happy accidents. I was supposed to have purple, pink and blue. And because of the shade of my bleached bits, you know, my blonde bits, it's gone this kind of like turquoisey colour. So you can see, if I hold this side up, I've got some pink in there, and it kind of fades into purple. But the blue parts have gone into this like turquoisey colour, which is actually really nice. But this part in particular, it's much bluer at the end than it is at the top, and I don't know why. But I am losing the pink so quickly, like it's fading so quickly. I don't know if I can, if I do that, you can see the pink there. It's like candy floss pink, and it's supposed to be, you know, like pink, pink, like a vibrant pink. So that's quite interesting. I'm pleased with it though, and I will keep it. But that is going to be the theme for our arting today. Are you excited about this? I didn't actually pick these colours on purpose either. It just, it just kind of happened, but that's okay. So Green Hat is blue turquoise, and it was supposed to be purple. Did you have a similar incident to me, perchance, or did you just get the wrong dye or something? They do say to you though, it's just like colour mix and paint, honestly. You've got to think about your base surface, and you can mix different hair dyes to make different colours. So because my blonde bits were quite yellowish, if I was to put a like a turquoise colour in it, it would go like a greeny turquoise, you know, like a teal colour. Which I didn't know until I spoke to the hairdresser about it, so that was quite interesting as well. Thea, just go for it, honestly. I haven't had colourful hair since, well, probably since I was a teenager, and I always thought, oh, I'm too old for that now, and, you know, go be a sensible adult. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, I don't, I can do whatever I want. It's well worth it. And Julie's looking for that colour for one of her colouring projects. Do you want to swatch my hair, Julie? just pause the stream, it'll be fine. You can get all your pencils out and find out which one's right. Yeah, Green Hat, it fades to that colour. The colour that I've got in my hair is Arctic Fox, so it's a US brand, and that was recommended to me, which is why I took it. But I think especially pinks and reds are really hard to keep anyway. I did have red hair at one point, and they're just really they're just colours that fade basically. But good luck with your hair dye, you may need it. Pip's got herself a Nylabone, and rather than taking it into any of the other million rooms that she could, she's sitting on the cave floor with it. That's just marvellous, Pippi. It's not helpful at all. She's fucking her tail at me. Magic Owl uses the live colour. And that is that the Schwarzkopf one? Someone had mentioned that as well, but I can't seem to get, like, they have quite a limited colour range, so yeah. I don't know about that. Maybe I'll try next time I've got, you know, because the bleached bits, obviously they don't fade out, they're there forever, so I've got loads of time to play with it. Right, so now that we've talked about the hair colour, obviously we're kind of like dual tones, just with the, you know, the purples and the, I really like the purple at the front, like that's my favourite bit. So we've got purple and turquoise, and it's supposed to be a bit of like blue in there, and we've got pink as well. So that's the kind of theme that we're going for. So my first question to you all is, we're going to start with some arting today, and then later on we're going to do some adult colouring. So to start off our arting process, my first question to you is, what medium do you want to go in today? Obviously we need some colour, so graphite isn't an option, but do you want coloured pencil? Do you want watercolour? You know, we've got stuff here in the cave, so let me see your suggestions in the chat, please, for which medium you would like to do some arting in, and we'll see what you all think. We'll go with a majority. Just while we're waiting as well, can we just give a big shout out to Thea and Green Hat, our two mods. Did a fabulous job last time, especially last time was quite a complicated and busy stream. This is going to be a bit more relaxed, but can we please tip our hats to them, because they do an absolutely fantastic job of keeping everybody happy and safe. This is a safe space. We are all adults here. There may be some adult chat or themes within this stream. Obviously, if you have young children, you might not want them around. But generally, we try to keep things as family friendly as possible. What goes on in the chat, I can't control. But please use this as a safe space, and if you feel uncomfortable at any point or somebody gets a bit out of hand, just get hold of one of the mods in the chat and they will help you out. Oh, hi Art Jules, nice to see you, thanks for coming. So Julie would like, so we've got watercolour, pencil, watercolour, watercolour. Okay. Hi Marigold, yeah, go and get your kiddie sorted out with some din-dins first, then you can come back and play. Well, Art at Jules has just told us it's National Pencil Day today, so pencils could be good. Black Rose wants a graphitint palette. That may be quite difficult for colours that match the hair. I don't know if we'd have... Oh, that's a good point, actually, that's a good question. Yeah, no oils. Oils are not an option. Definitely not an option. If we were doing that, we would have to be through the easel, which is through in the sunroom, and I ain't hauling all this through there. Inktense pencils, yeah. More watercolour. I think it's looking like... Oh no, there's two for Inktense now. Oh my goodness me. Roseanne, first rule of Cave Club. Oh, the Inktense is picking up pace. Right, I'm just going to put up a little poll here then between these two, and we'll go with the majority. I meant to change that last time. Thank you for telling me, Thea. My hotkey is the space bar, and for some reason it does it even if you're not locked onto the window. It's weird. Yeah, okay. Right, anyway, there's the poll, so we'll go with that. And we can see what's what. I'll just sit here. We'd like to just point out as well, it wouldn't be a celebration unless I had something that might potentially or may not potentially be alcoholic. I've noticed that's a bit of a theme as well. That's a bad theme though, isn't it? Every time we've live streamed, I've had a check. I will not be drinking as much as last time though, and to be fair, I was forced, wasn't I? You all twisted my arm last time. That's crazy. Oh, okay, so Inktense is in the lead. Oh, do you know that's something? See, when I was planning out this stream, I didn't really think that. When I was thinking about asking for your input for a medium, I actually didn't think that Inktense would have been a thing. But there you go. Ah, 64% for Inktense. That's a pretty big margin, isn't it? I think. Yeah, wasn't expecting that at all. I really wasn't expecting that. Oh dear. Oh, Rosalind's with me. A rum and coke. What kind of rum? Any in particular? I'm a fan of Kraken rum myself. Liquid courage. Yeah, that's something though. I don't know why. When I film a video, I don't get nervous filming videos. But see, anytime I do a live stream, I get like proper jangly before it, and I don't know why, because it's all the same people that are watching. It's you guys, it's capers. But I get a little bit kind of jangly before I start. So yeah. Yeah, everyone said that the charity stream was amazing. I had the best fun, and Mama and Papa Jem had the best fun as well, even though they were in the background. It was really really good. Actually, just recently, I had a conversation with two of the project fundraisers for Create Art, and they're two of the nicest people I've ever met. And they talked a little bit about where the money that we raised is going. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. Because obviously that's information I want to pass on to you guys, but it was so nice to speak to them, and they are super, super grateful. And when I tell you where your money's going, you guys are, I don't know whether you're going to cry or be like the happiest people in the world, but we've done something really, really special with that. So thank you very much, all of you again that took part in that, because that was the best fun ever. It was intense though, wasn't it, Callie? It really was. Oh, goodness me. Ah, videos are no problem, yeah. Don't drink in colour, bad mistake. Well, I have to say, Julie, what I tend to find is, I never sketch, if I'm going to go for a finished piece, I never sketch the under sketch when I've had a drink, because you think it looks fine, then you look at it the next day and you're like, oh, I made so many mistakes. Red leg spiced rum with pineapple at Christmas. Of course, to be sociable, that's exactly what you're doing. Okay, I think, Mr. Jem's in and he's on the phone. I can hear him rambling. I'm going to shut the door. Right, on you go, dog. Bye-bye. Oh, dogs and stuff. Okay, the poll is at 70% for Inktense, so I think that's what we're going to go for. So I am going to go and retrieve them and get some paper, some decent paper, and we can decide on some sort of subject matter. So I'm just gonna scoot over here. I'll be back in a second. Okay. Whoa, I'm back. Okay, so I'm kind of spoiled for choice with paper, but I have gone for the Artful watercolour paper. It's got texture on it, so it's really good for putting the pencil down, but also it takes a lot of water as well, which is really good. I should have some water brushes pretty handy. I think we can end this poll now, yeah, the ink tents are well up there, well up there. You all like a good pencil, don't you? Oh god, we're talking about food already. Oh, guys, please. Oh. Hi Katara, didn't see you come in either. Drinking tea with mint, morning here, and I am technically working. Yes, this technically working. And that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Yeah, like, okay, like, stop talking about food. I was actually going to blame that on Papa Jem, because usually the subject of food comes up because of him, but it's all you guys. Oh, goodness me. Right, I've got this monster pencil case here. This was actually gifted by a caver, by a lady called Ashley, and most of my Derwent pencils in here, not all of them, but most of them. Sorry, not sorry. Hi Lorraine. Eating pizza and drinking Jim Beam, okay. Mermaid vibes, is that what my hair's got? Mermaid vibes, okay. I'll take it. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to put these, they take up so much space. Oh, I'll put them over there. Grab some water brushes. Excuse me, leaning over, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Lockdown Art and Beyond. Nice to see you. Right, we've got water on, all good. Okay, so we've decided then that we're on Inktense pencils. We will pick out some colours in just a little minute. My next question to you is to come up with some suggestions of something to draw, bearing in mind the colours that we're using. So I would be happy to see those piling into the stream. While we're doing that, I am going to start just sort of picking out ballpark colours here, you know, ballpark. Getting the sort of the right area. So we need like purpley colours, blue colours, turquoisey colours, pink colours. I was actually thinking the next time that I dye my hair, I've only just done it, but next time I think I'm gonna go for maybe like a dark blue at the top and fade it into a turquoise and just have two colours. That might be quite nice. It is a big pencil case. Hello Karina, nice to see you. It holds an awful lot of pencils, and I have to say this, but it's actually nearly full. For those of you that are interested, and you know, just while we're waiting on ideas for drawing subjects, in this pencil case, maybe I'll switch you to top down if I can remember which one's which. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So. In this pencil case I have got the Derwent Graphy tint pencils, and they're quite a small set. And then after that we are into the Inktense pencils here. And if we flip over again, these are the Coloursoft pencils, closely followed by the Derwent Artist pencils as well. And they go right over to the back. So there you go, that's what's in the pencil case. It looks like a messenger bag. Hi Wendy, nice to see you. Okay, so Gypsy Heart Crafts has suggested a blue lily. Oh, that's nice. Nikki says mermaids, of course, of course, of course. Why would we not want to do that? An ocean reflecting the night sky. Oh. Oh. A mare puppy. I don't even know what one of those looks like, but yeah. A dreamscape with clouds and an aurora. A jellyfish or an octopus, a jellyfish mermaid. Don't quite know how that would work. A peace island if you get me somewhere for everything to have space. Oh, I like that idea, Alex. Hi Linda, nice to see you. These are all great ideas. Nothing's jumping out at me yet though. All the Derwents in a big case. A mermaid or a mermaid. A mare llama. Oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. That's funny. Oh, hello Audrey Shaw. A new subby from North East Scotland, so you must be somewhere near me. I am from the West Coast originally, but I live in the North East also. So nice to see you, nice to have a fellow Scot in the stream. Marvellous! See, now the thing is we need to make sure that that we don't start getting all Scottish, like really Scottish, because that wouldn't be good at all. There you go, stick myself back in the corner so you can see me. Thea says blueberries. A fantasy landscape where everything is a cool colour. Oh, The view from inside a message bottle on the sea. My goodness, right, that's complicated. I don't think we're going to have time for that. I could really like that idea though, that's pretty cool. Okay, a self-portrait. Oh no, we're definitely not doing that. Gem doesn't draw people. Why don't we? There seems to be a lot of ocean stroke nautical themed things. So why don't we do some sort of watery landscape, and we can maybe incorporate some things like mermaids or Loch Ness monsters, or anything else for that matter. How does that sound? Oh, a tropical frog or dragon. Oh, this sounds right. Come on, we're gonna have to start drawing at some point. Let's get the sketchbook out. Oh goodness me. Right, into the sketchbook. I've only got 4 pages left in my sketchbook. I'm terribly excited about this, everyone. We can start sketching out some ideas, but first of all, we need to pick out colours, because I always find if I know what colours I have, then that makes it a bit easier, you know, to sort of picture something in my head. Is anybody else like that? Is anyone else like colour centric? Or is everyone subject centric? I'm really interested to hear about that. Because everything for me revolves around colour, and then like the details come later. Right, I'm just gonna grab my swatch book, and then we can actually get started. Messy. Drawn messy. Right, let's find the ink tense. Okay, so here are our ink tense colours, and I need to kind of pick things that are close. So first of all, I'm thinking this carmine pink here, and this kind of like where it's been activated with the water is probably most likely to be the colour of my faded bits, basically. I've just had a message that's come up on my watch, and it's from a caver to tell me that she's on her way home from work and that she's going to come and join the stream. I love it. Oh, goodness me. Okay, Thea fixates on tiny details and can never see the forest for the trees, which includes colour. That's a really good point. Art at Jules says it depends if she's working from a reference picture for realism or just doodling. That's a really good point, actually. And Marigold's saying sometimes she knows she wants to use certain colours, and that's if I've got a fixation on a colour, that's how it starts for me, and the picture comes afterwards. I'm the same with shoes, oddly. See if I get a really good pair of shoes, I will design an outfit round the shoes. Right, okay, so let's get out the carmine pink. I'm the same, see, when it comes to the house, we're still renovating this house, and I'm colour first and then work out the details. Like, the details are that important. Let's see what we've got here. Crimson. Scarlet. Where is my carmine? It's missing. Oh no. I actually don't have my carmine pencil. I don't know where it is. Oh no. It's not helpful at all. Where is it? Maybe I just can't see it for looking at it, but it's actually not here. I don't know where it is. Well, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Let's try for another colour then. Good grief. Maybe the fuchsia actually might be a better match. So let's see if I can find the fuchsia. Where is my carmine pencil? That's really annoying. I'm very particular about keeping everything together, so that's upset me. Right, okay, so there's fuchsia. When it comes to purple, it's either mauve or I don't know actually, because lagoon would be the blue, I would think. Let's see if I can find that. There we go, there's lagoon. I think maybe mauve, because the deep violet's actually quite, although it says deep, it's actually quite a delicate violet. Let's go mauve. Mauve. And then we get into the turquoisey colours. Shoes, I never have money left after buying art supplies for shoes. Gypsy Heart Crafts, you do get to a point where you kind of get to a saturation point with art supplies, then you'll have money for shoes, it'll be okay. Don't worry, it'll be alright. When we're looking at these colours, again, I'm like sort of like looking at my hair in the camera, like, I think the sea blue, maybe? We're definitely not into teals, that's too green. I think we'll go with sea blue. Now, obviously, depending on what we end up drawing, we're going to go colours either side of this, so like they would be next door to each other on the spectrum, but these are just the base colours that we're going to work with. So let's see if we can find the sea blue. Where are you? Oh, good grief, like I can't deal with this today. Ugh, can't find the pencils. Mallard, green, aquarium. Deep blue. It would I was going to say it would transpire that my sea blue is missing as well, but it's not. It's right here. It's right in front of me. The carmine thing's still bugging me though. Okay, so that's 4 pencils that I think are probably fairly accurate. So we're going to start by just playing about with them a little bit. We'll swatch them out. In my sketchbook, the paper is thick enough to take a little bit of water, so we'll play about with them like a wee toty bit in my sketchbook before we start on some ideas. So I'll just get this out of the way. Oh! Goodness me. Is anyone else singing the Carmen Sandiego song? You still find nooks and crannies to fill. My answer to having as many art supplies as I've got is to build more shelves. Okay, so let's just take a moment to enjoy these colours because, well, it's fun, isn't it? It's like that's the way it goes. So I quite often do this as well. If I maybe show you another page, try and give you one. Yeah, like when we did the dory fish, I like to swatch out my pencils that that like the base colours that I've picked out, and I like to swatch them out before I do my sketch. And again, it's just that being a colour-centric person, it helps me visualise what I want to draw. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to do that right now as well. So let's get going with that. So when I do this swatch, I am going to have a much heavier layered area. And I'm just going to fade that out, and it's just so that I can see all the different shades when it's diluted with water, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. When Cal was in primary school, a teacher said her drawings looked like a spider wandered through an ink pot, and sadly my skills haven't come. I bet they have. What a cruel thing for your teacher to say. That's mean. Mean teachers. I don't know what it is with teachers. I think sometimes they just, like they've had a bad day and they take it out on their kids. I had a technical teacher, so like a woodwork teacher, and we made a pot stand which was literally like 2 pieces of wood with a notch cut out that slotted together. There was no nails, nothing, and I had 6 attempts at it, and my 6th attempt went in the bin. I was heartbroken. He gave me a C for trying. For perseverance, basically. I'd never had a C for anything in my life at that point. I was crestfallen. Okay, so here's our blue, and I'm thinking that's actually too deep, but we'll carry on just now. Karina's swapping her bedroom and her art room so she can get more room for supplies. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually very, very funny. I would do that kind of thing. Well, I was thinking to myself, I need a second office because I use this room for my office for my proper job as well. So maybe I'm thinking like I need a proper separate art studio. So I could just take over Mr. Jem's office, obviously, because he hardly uses it. That'd be fine. Righty-ho, look at all these colours. Woo. Mrs. Thomas was very forthright. Was that your teacher's name? Mrs. Thomas, how dare you? Oh, goodness me. See, that's brutal, absolutely brutal. Right, okay, for those of you that are interested, the water brushes that I'm using, these are the H2O brushes, and they're Japanese brushes. They're the Kuretake Zig brushes. They don't seem to have been readily available recently, but you can buy them in like a multi-pack, so you get the like the 4 of these together, and they've all got different nibs on them, so you get a small, a medium, and a large round nib, and then you also get a flat brush as well, this one here. So that's one of the main questions I get is anytime I use these is, oh, which water brushes have you got? I have used these since the day and hour I started arting. I have tried many others, and I find that I can control the water flow best with these ones. That's why I like them. The Pentel water brushes are quite good as well. They're fairly reliable too. Right, okay, I'm trying to decide which one to use. I mean, you can use the big one. Give it a squeeze. You bought a new cabinet for your art supplies. Yeah. Right, okay, that's us. We've got some water flow. Okay, so if I just split this and I'll activate one side. Yeah, see when that's activated, that looks much more like the colour that's in my hair. So we'll go with that. We'll just keep going just for a giggle. I should have had a scrap of paper here. Not organised at all. Let's just use this up to open this artful pad. It'll be fine. It'll be alright. Nobody will notice. Have I tried any Arteza products? Yes, I have. I tried the Arteza water brushes that have got the push buttons on the side, and I loved that water brush. But within 3 months, the actual nib came loose from the barrel, and you could like move it in and out like this. And then what happened eventually was the water started leaking out the side, because anytime you put some pressure on it, the fibres would go into the barrel, and then that let the water out, and I had to chuck it in the bin, and it was a shame because I really enjoyed that water brush. I was bitterly disappointed about that. Derwent do a push button water brush now, and I have a sneaking suspicion it's the same brush. So again, they're worth a shout. Techie teacher. Oh, Audrey, you're from like Aberdeenshire. You're talking about quines and loons. Back in her day, quines and loons are young women and young men, so obviously teenagers did cooking and loons did technical. Oh no, we were a bit more contemporary than that, Audrey. More shelves is always the answer, absolutely. Frugal Cafter recommended the Derwent push button brushes. Yeah, I actually had some in the stash shop at one point. I had a couple of sets of them, and they went really quickly, so that kind of tells you all you need to know. Alex was saying that they were really disappointed with the Artful water brushes. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of them either, Alex. You're not alone with that one. Right, okay, I'm getting really distracted by the chat, and I know that's kind of the point of doing a live stream, but we're supposed to be arting here. Oh, that blue's actually okay. All right, I think I've picked reasonably well. Because the other thing I was going to say is, you guys, you're going to look at what I've got down here, and the light in the cave doesn't necessarily reflect the actual colour that's in my hair, and you're just gonna have to trust me on this one. But I would say those colours are fairly close, actually. Well, on the bits that aren't really faded already. But there we go. They look pretty, don't they? I'm kind of thinking I want something maybe a little bit more, with a little bit more green in it. This is maybe a wee bit too blue. I've got so much stuff. Like, this is so much stuff. Where's my swatch book? Good grief. Oh. Hi, Sue Ellen. You can only stay for a bit. That's fine. I appreciate you just coming at all. Even sticking your head in to say hi. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Right, okay, I'm back to these swatches. So that was sea blue. There's dark aquamarine and then there's green aquamarine. So I might try both of them and see which one's better. Must be these two. Yep. Okay. Pop this back out way. Audrey, halfway between Aberdeen and Inverness, so like forest direction. I say I lived up there for a little while, so I know my way about. New sticker for the shop. So much stuff. Yeah, I like that idea. That's a good one. That was something I will be mentioning it in an upcoming video. One of the things that I would quite like an opinion on is we've got quite a big bank of stickers now, and I was kind of thinking about doing like a pick and mix sticker shop within the stash, you know, so that you can pick out individual stickers and maybe buy like, I don't know, like 4 for £5 or something like that. Does that sound good? Because at the moment I'm just selling them, you know, in their little themed packs, and I wondered if maybe people would just like to pick their own. I'd love to hear if anybody's got an opinion on that. Oh, hi Andrew. Another Scot. Oh, goodness, we're doing well for Scottish people today. Thank you. That's really nice. It doesn't feel like 4 years at all. It really doesn't. Thanks for stopping in. That's really nice of you. I loved your paintings. I saw them on Instagram today, by the way. They're lovely. You lucky guy getting presents like that. You like the sticker idea? Cool. Right, that's good. That's good to know because it was something I've been kind of thinking about for a while. Right, let's test these out then. So we've got dark aquamarine. Oh, this might be the one. And I've also got this green aquamarine too, which may or may not be too green. Time will tell. Time will tell. I need a bit thicker there. That needs sharpened. Good grief. Very unlike me to have blunt pencils in my pencil case. Don't normally put them back in that way. A bit further east. Okay, Audrey, I'm not trying to pinpoint where you are, but okay. I know roughly where you are. Nice part of the world as well, though. Hi, Jamie. I would say I'm 95% there. I am not, definitely not firing on all cylinders. I can do like a normal full day. Well, what's a normal full day for me? You know, I can get through it, but if I do have a full day where I'm back, you know, back to back with all my tasks, I'm really tired by the end of it. But even a week ago, I couldn't do, you know, I couldn't just go back to my normal routine and everything would be okay. So I've made progress. But thanks for asking. That was really nice of you. We're definitely on the mend. Yeah, I think it's got to be this one. I think the green aquamarine's going to be too green. So everyone likes the idea of picking and choosing stickers. Okay, that's good to know. I should really have live streams more often because when I'm looking for feedback, you guys are like instantaneous with it, obviously because you're in the chat. And I don't always necessarily get a good range of responses underneath videos because some people just don't like commenting on videos, and I get that, like I understand that. Right, okay, now that I've looked at these, I'm actually thinking it's going to be this one. It's going to be the green aquamarine that needs sharpened, typical. So that's fine. So we're going to go, yeah, we're going to go with these three. So we've got mauve, we've got fuchsia, lagoon, and the green aquamarine. And that's going to be our starting colours, that's going to be our base colours. I'm just looking out the window of the cave, the sun's just come out, you wouldn't believe that. Billy Connolly, the famous Scottish comedian, once said if you don't like the weather in Scotland, wait 10 minutes. He's absolutely correct. Right, I'm going to move this massive case out of the way just now, just so I've got a bit more desk space here. And that's us, we've got our colours all good in the wood, so I'll pop those to the side. And right, we're going to have a think about this. Oh, we've got so many Scottish people here. Brenda is in the Lothians, so she's a little bit further south of me. Andrew, you are very lucky. Thank you. I like my hair too. Okay, Thea's agreeing with me about the green aquamarine. That's good. Yeah, Linda, I talked about that at the start of the stream. We had beautiful sunshine earlier, and I was actually sitting out on my deck in my bare feet earlier on, and then all of a sudden it just like came battering down with hailstones, which then turned to snow, and now it's sunny again. So yeah, it's yeah, that's just the weather, I'm afraid. Okay, so if I think about these pencils now, I'm sitting here like I've got this overwhelming compulsion to write the colour names underneath them. I don't know why, but that's like just one of those things that I do. So mauve, fuchsia, lagoon, and we're not using these two. And this is the green aquamarine, which I'll need to give a wee sharpen just now. Super duper. And we've got someone from Massachusetts. Elise, hi, nice to see you. Wendy, I went to the shop earlier and the only thing I came back with was hypothermia. Wendy Oswald, you are the first winner of our our Cave birthday celebration spot prizes. I made the decision that I would do this throughout the stream just to celebrate the Cave birthday. So Wendy, you are our first Cave birthday spot prize winner. Congratulations. Thea will give you directions on how you can get in touch and we will sort you out with your prize. So congratulations to you and happy Cave birthday. I've actually got cavemas in the brain. It's terrible. Like I think about it all year round. Ah. No problem, Lexi, and have a good evening, Green Hat. I hope you enjoy yourself and make the most of it. Keep yourself safe, and we'll see you next time. I'm glad that Thea's in agreement with me about that one. Ah, yes, absolutely. I was just about to say as well, Daria's just popped up. Daria's one of our veteran cavers. She's been here from more or less the beginning, and I knew that she was in Massachusetts as well, but Daria's already piped up in the chat like, I'm here. Ah, goodness me. Oh wow, that's really cheered me up. The only thing I came back with is hypothermia. You guys are amazing. Rachel's in Bath as well. Hello. Bath's lovely. I've been to Bath. You're welcome, Wendy. You're more than welcome. Anything that gives me a chuckle, and I say this all the time. Right, we've been here for 4 years now. Weirdly not interesting fact, but we've actually been longer here in the new cave than we were in the old cave now, which I think is kind of weird but kind of cool. But everything that we've done, all the stuff that's gone on, the biggest benefit I get from doing this, apart from obviously getting to play with art stuff all the time, is the fact that you guys like lift me up without even realising you're doing it, and it can just be one tiny comment, like an offhand comment, and that's enough to like boost me to get through my day, especially if I'm not having a good day. So stuff like that is always appreciated, and I like to give back when I can. So yeah, keep the belly laughs and the chuckles coming, guys. I'm always up for that. So someone's asking about the pencils. Oh, I'm glad chat's assisting here with this. Yep, the Derwent water soluble pencils that have ink based pigment in them. They're lovely and everybody likes them, so we're all good. So these are the colours that we're going to use. Thinking about now, I better get myself an actual pencil. I'm just aware we're like 40 minutes into this stream and I actually haven't drawn anything yet. I'm doing really well here. This is just a cheap mechanical pencil. This is like the pencil that never dies. I have had this forever, and it was just a cheap one and from Paper Chase, and it's still got like this little bit of lead. There's no extra lead in there. It doesn't make a noise. There's nothing rattling about in there. But this last piece of lead like has been going for like 6 months and doesn't seem to be any signs of it disappearing. So let's get some wee thumbnails in. I'll zoom in a wee bit just in a minute here, but I just want to draw a couple of boxes. So I think we should go with an aquatic theme. I think that's a really nice idea. I kind of like that. Whether we go for fantasy, aquaticness, or landscape, we shall wait and see. So let's think about this. Let's talk about like a traditional landscape. So even if we just included, like a body of water in the bottom third of the picture. Right, let's see how the zooming goes now. Oh, I've got to do this so carefully. There we are. I hope the autofocus is all right here. Yeah, so even if we just had a body of water in the bottom third, maybe we could have some purple palm trees. I don't know, just making stuff up. Or we could have some purple mountains, and perhaps we could use some jewel tones in the sky. We could have some of the sort of pinky purpleness in the sky, and we could have like a silhouette of a mermaid, and maybe she's just flicked her tail out the water, and there's water droplets going everywhere, and we could just like maybe just her head and shoulders poking up, but have that as a silhouette. There's an idea. Yeah. Oh, look, a pencil. I've actually got the sticker right here. It's a pencil. See, everybody would want this sticker, right? You guys want this sticker, but you don't want to buy the whole pack. Oh, that's hilarious. Drizzly and grey in Germany. That's really funny. Lockdown Art and Beyond is saying that that he please give me your pronoun, that they quite often put it on while they're doing their own art, and just the way I chat makes you feel less lonely. Quite a lot of people say that. I think it's just because I'm really good at talking to myself, like, and I mean that in the best possible way. But honestly, I can, like, I'm on my own most of the day anyway, but I pretend I'm talking to the dogs, but I'm actually talking to myself. So I've gotten quite good at that over the years. But I'm really glad, and quite a lot of people have said they feel as if they're just having a chat with a friend, and that's a really big compliment. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Everybody's talking about the weather. Sleet in Stoke. Sunny and warm in Hawaii. Well, there's a surprise. Okay. We should. Oh, see, we've got sunshine now. Everything's wet outside though. Okay, so maybe we could just have an underwater scene, and maybe we could do the jellyfish idea, and we could have a mere something or other. Insert appropriate animal here, maybe. I don't know. We did have a mere giraffe. Crayola Skies. It was one of the very first pieces of art I received in my PO box, and she drew a mere giraffe, or I can't remember what she called it. She actually like made up like a proper hybrid name for it. But yeah, we could do something like that. But we've drawn one of those before, so maybe not a mere giraffe. A melephant? Melephant? No, melephant. Maybe not. Okay, I'll take suggestions on that as well. What were some of the other, like a fantasy landscape? Like what kind of fantasy landscape though? When I think of fantasy landscapes, I think of things out of Star Trek. You know, like big craters and caves and don't start with the cave jokes, okay? But we've been through that before as well. But you know, maybe like a pink moon or something, and maybe there's stalagmites. Stalagmites are the ones that come up out the ground. Well, a cave, and maybe there could be like a beastie that lives in the cave. A beastie. And maybe the mountains that are in the background are really round, like Super Mario mountains. And maybe they're squishy, you know, maybe they're like jelly-like. And if you stand on them, your foot sinks into them almost like quicksand. And maybe there's a body of water here, and I think it's screaming purple to me, and maybe it's slightly toxic. And if you put in your foot in it, your boot will melt off. And you know, it's got little bubbles coming up, you know, like blub, 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 blub. I don't know. A steampunk. I mean, you were back to the mare llama. Katara, that's actually already been suggested. I don't think you were here when it was, but that's really, really funny. Oh, good point, Thea. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Surely. I don't even know where to check for that. Honestly, wait till the settings. Sorry, guys. I have to. I think I do. Like I actually think I do, Thea. I'm just having a check. Oh, right, okay. No, that didn't come up for some reason. Alex, I'm really sorry. I didn't see your super sticker. I am so sorry. They're not coming up in the chat for some reason. So thank you very much, Alex. Alex has sent a super sticker for £5. That is lovely. I wonder why that's not coming up. That's so weird. I'll just leave this. I've got like a separate box I can have up. So I think I'll just leave it there. That'll be fine. Oh, it's come up now. That's so weird. That's really sorry, Alex. Oh, wow. A mermoo. Mermoo. Mushrooms. Oh, okay. Spooky avocados on the ball. Right, okay. So do you want a separate picture with mushrooms? We could have like different shaped mushrooms. We could have little squishy ones, and we could have lots of little tall skinny ones. The thing is, see, if I start drawing mushrooms, I think I'll end up just drawing the mushrooms from Animal Crossing. If anybody else plays Animal Crossing, you know what I'm talking about, because there's a very short period of time where they're everywhere. But yeah, that I think mushrooms are quite a nice idea in those colours as well. So we don't have to stick rigidly to these colours, but yeah, okay. No, you're fine, Thea. Thank you. Okay, so what do we think to these ideas then? What's jumping out at everyone? Does everyone still like the idea of the aquatic thing? The mermoo is seeming to be quite popular. Highland mermoo. I don't know how streamlined you'd be in the water with Highland horns, but that could be interesting. Janet's seen pictures of the Kelpies, but not sure of the story behind them. I actually ran a charity race around the Kelpies twice at night, which was very lovely. Okay, so the mermoo's winning here. So do we want mermoo in a setting? Do we want them in, in a sort of aquatic landscape, or do you just want a mermoo? Come on, guys, speak to me. Tell me what it is you want. Everyone loves the mermoo. Jessica's been obsessed with mushrooms. Okay then. A mermoo, isn't that a manatee? I suppose so. They get called sea cows, don't they? Oh, marigold. Oh, right, okay. Oh, the super stickers are all coming up now. Thanks, guys. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You know that like I don't expect any donations or anything. That's not really what we're all about here. But thank you so much. Anything that is donated either as a super chat or a super sticker, the money is going towards a new laptop. Unsurprisingly, we've bought loads of stuff. I might as well just talk about this now. I will talk about it in a video because I know not everyone will see the live stream. I actually went and bought a new camera. I wasn't really supposed to do that. The camera that we're using just now is the old camera, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It is an older model though. This camera model I think came out in like 2014, and there's a lot of capabilities, like tech capabilities missing from it. And my little gran, who some of you know about, bless her, she left me some money, and I decided to use some of that money to buy a new camera. I need a little bit of gear to hook it up to the laptop for live streams, but that gear is on its way. I was kind of hoping it would be here before today, but not so much luck. So in terms of cave tech for videos and for live streaming, we're actually pretty well up to date. It's just this poor laptop's on its last legs, and do you know that way I'm just like a tiny bit concerned that something dreadful might happen. So yeah, that's where the money's going to go. We're going to save up some cash, and hopefully we'll get a new laptop, and then we'll be all super duper. Like, you can't get much better in a rural community than what we've got. A mermaid sitting on a rock, we could do that. Little Mermaid style. Dark sea, pinky purple sky with a mermaid tail. Okay, so here's a Cal says that she likes the idea of the mermaid tail silhouette. Okay, right. So let's try and expand then on the mermoo, because we're going to have to design a moo basically. Nah, wee granny's still blessing the cavers. Yes, she is. The Mother's Day in the UK was on Sunday, and I felt really bad for it, and I just kind of forgot that it would be a hard day for Mama Jem, because this is the first Mother's Day without her mum. Thankfully, I got her some really nice flowers and a cool card, so she was okay. But I just it just never crossed my mind, and I felt really selfish for not thinking of that. And then we realised it's nearly a year since she passed away, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. Miss her every day, but yes, she's still blessing us, and I'm pretty sure she's still floating about somewhere. I just feel that she might be somewhere, which is it's quite comforting. It's quite nice. Right, so what does a mermoo look like? I'm trying to decide whether this is going to be a cutesy mermoo, or whether it's going to be an anatomically correct moo, as far as a mermoo can be anatomically correct. I don't know. Oh, Alex, goodness me. Oh, that's lovely. Jem, you managed to make me smile despite pain. Oh, every time, so I'm happy to help with a laptop. Alex, that's amazing. Thank you so much. You're so generous. You don't like you really that's oh, thank you. Maybe we will get a laptop. We will make it. That'll be cool. A Highland mermoo with flowing hair. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, Pushka. I do sometimes forget that my mum doesn't have her mum anymore. It's more that she doesn't have her. Um, yeah. Marigold saying the first Mother's Day after sucks big time. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine it does. Okay, right. So let's think. I'm thinking like a kind of like a plushy moo. Let's plushy moos really wouldn't work as mere moos do. They get kind of soggy, wouldn't they? And how much of their body, like, are they, like, if it's a female, are they going to have their udders hanging out and then a tail? Like, I don't know how this works. Right, let's focus on the head first, though. So if we were to have a Highland moo, mare moo, this is so ridiculous already. I love it. We could maybe give them like really big horns, like super big horns. Yep. Not convinced here. I've got this obsession with giving everything a hairdo, and obviously Highland cows have quite long hair anyway. Um, but I kind of want to like give it a quiff. That's ridiculous. Come on, Jem, get a grip of yourself. And if you give them the little smiley eyes, they look really happy as well. Makes me happy. Mrs. CB, in honour of your gran. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. $49.99 US dollars. Are you kidding me? That's. Oh, thank you so much. If my gran was here, she would be giving you into trouble right now, Mrs. CB. That's like the huge amount of money. That's so generous. Thank you. Please don't feel pressured to give anything on a super chat or a super sticker, and please don't make a donation if it's going to put you in any kind of position, even if you want to be generous. Like, you don't need to do it. We're just all here to have some fun. I just saw a comment about udders there. The udders would be in a pouch, so not to drag in the water. Like a joy pouch. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Okay, Zed Mix, you're now the second winner of a cave birthday prize, because that's just the best thing ever. And even if I don't do it in the stream, I'm going to have to draw a marsupial mermoo so that they've got somewhere to tuck their udders into. Oh, lordy. So the milk doesn't get watery. Good grief. What is going on tonight? This is like being in the Twilight Zone. Oh, I can't cope with you lot. Oh, that's so funny. I've just realised that, see, on the stream preview that I've got here, my face in the corner is covered by the watermark. Is that the same for everyone? Or does it depend on how big your screen is? Oh, goodness me. Mrs. C says it's totally selfish and miss you if the laptop gave out. Well, that's true. I'm amazed at how much you guys missed me when I wasn't well. So I can kind of understand that. Oh, goodness me. A Mukini. A Mukini. Oh, goodness me. Right, this is just getting silly. Stop, you guys. I've not even decided like how we're going to get to the Mukini. So I think we should go for I think we should go for this horned variety, and maybe we should give the like maybe have a little bit of Ariel Little Mermaid here, of some description. I don't know. So, yeah, it's kind of difficult because they don't really have. Obviously, because they're quadrupeds, they've got shoulders, but I don't know how this is going to work. I think if I have maybe side on, let's bring this cow. This is the most absurd sketch ever. Um, I'm trying to think where the tail would start as well because I would kind of want the actual cow tail in some weird way. That's going to be weird though, isn't it? And then maybe the tail could start there. See, if someone had told me like 2 hours ago that I was going to be sitting trying to figure out how to put two tails on something, I wouldn't have believed them. You lot are the best. And would they have like their front legs? This is so complicated. Like I can't be doing with this. Oh dear. Oh, at least it's saying that the watermark's just covering my elbow. Okay, right. Well, that's not too bad then. Baby mermoos. Oh no. A tropical print moopet. Oh, can we stop? Hi Yvonne, nice to see you. Yeah, I don't understand why people miss me so much, but then we're talking about mookies and things, so of course you missed that. Oh, goodness me. Front legs. Okay, so Marigold thinks that we need front legs. Audrey, that's good as well. Yeah, their tail would like float up. It'd be like a little beacon, like. Nice saying that she thought if someone like Mr. Jem or Mama or Papa Jem would let you guys know if something like more serious were to happen. I've actually had this conversation with Papa Jem and he has all the passwords to get into everything, like into YouTube and Instagram and everything. So if something crazy did happen, you would know. He has been tasked with that. So it's weird that you say that though, because that being ill actually made me think about that and put a contingency in place. We're so cheery, aren't we? Oh, move it along, people. Oh goodness me, we're in for the puns now. Love it. Front legs start as cow legs, then change to webbed hoofs. Oh my goodness. The easy way out would be to go Minotaur top and mare bottom. Tail could be used to flick water fleas away. Now, that means the cow tail, not the mermaid's tail. A mermaid boy. Oh, I can't deal with this. Right, okay, so even if we did that, this is like some kind of nightmare fuel that's going on here. Udder? And the problem as well, though, with having the front legs, yeah, I know. I'm thinking about this because like the shoulder joint's actually up here. Uh, I don't even know what position to sketch this in. This is ridiculous. And then they've got their brisket as well, which is like the flap of skin that hangs down like from their chin down to their chest. Because they would still have their brisket, which would be weird. As this is just too weird. Like I'm not coping well with this at all. Oh lordy. Right. Okay. Let's just try and yeah, brisket would be like here. I don't know what's happening with these legs. That is horrendous. That is absolutely horrendous. I can't deal with this. I'm thinking the mermoos is something that perhaps needs a little bit more planning. It shouldn't be done in a live stream. We've not even got to any colour and it's 7 o'clock, guys. Jeez, oh. Oh, TG Colours, $10 US. Thank you very much. And an excellent sticker as well. Oh, Marigold's now saying the top half of Mildred with bigger horns and a tail starting halfway down. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I don't think that challenge quite covers this. I can't be doing with this. Like, this is really upsetting. It's actually upsetting me. Right, I don't like that idea. What? I don't even. Well, what if we drew it in Mildred position though? That might be a better idea. I can kind of draw that from memory. I've drawn Mildred that many times, just for making the sticker up, and obviously because I made her from scratch as well. So I just want to do the body bit here, just to see what this is going to look like, if it's going to look any better, which I don't think it is. But oh, you have little faith. So yeah, our udder's like here, isn't it? I'll just draw this in roughly just now. I'm actually alarmed at how many udders I've drawn in the last couple of months as well. It's slightly concerning. And maybe, you know how they've got the, like maybe the start of our mare tail can actually like go down into like our udder area. So like start it there. And obviously she's going to be quite a hippie moo. And not hippie as in peace and love man. As in, she's going to be a curvy moo. Mare moo. Do you know, see when I think about it, I've actually never drawn a mermaid. It's a Halloween costume to be sure. Oh. Oh, too skinny, okay. Zen Mix, thank you very much. The mermaid questions are already disturbing. Yeah, go and put your kiddlywinks to bed, that's a good idea. Mini legs. Short legs at the front, long at the back for running around house. Oh, goodness me. Laurie-Anne, thank you very much for your 10 Canadian dollars. You're wrecked. I was there about 15 minutes ago. It's too much. Right, I think I'm happier with this shape. And mermaid tails, they do taper away, don't they? They like come to a, not to a point, but they kind of thin out, don't they? And maybe she's got a really, that's really not a pretty shape at all. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. That looks like a bum in the middle here. I want her to have big tail fins. I don't know why. Big tail fins. Yeah, okay. Our udder's got to be bigger though, hasn't it? Where's my razor? Udder's too small. A dodgy sporran. Well, I suppose it could be a dodgy sporran. I think we need to make them bigger. Keep her arms short though, as suggested. Yeah, they get thinner at the end and then a swishy fin. That's what I want, a swishy fin. Right, so let's just make our udder and our teats massive. Oh, just while we're actually talking about udders, it's made me think about calves. Just before I came on the stream, like literally just before I came on, Mr. Jem showed me a picture and we've had a calf born with a cleft palate and it is the cutest thing ever. It's absolutely adorable. There's nothing else wrong with it. So Mr. Jem and the young laddo that works for us, they were just wanting to make sure that it was going to get to its mum okay and it could start suckling okay. And it's absolutely fine and it was blowing little milk bubbles while it was suckling. So that made me really happy. But do you know that way it actually looks really cute. I'm like, oh, I love you. I want to keep you. So there you go. That was today's little bit of joy. As a calf with a cleft palate. Bless. So that I've actually kind of like accidentally made the udder like almost heart shaped, and that's actually quite cute because it goes with the tail. I do think we need to bring the boundary for the tail up a little bit though. I don't think it should go into the udder because it does actually make it look like a sporran and that's kind of weird. Okay, maybe make the arms a little bit bigger. I kind of like them like that though. What do you guys think? It looks like a Highland cow horn rack on her tail. The tail fins look like devil horns. Oh no, no, we don't want that. Will I make them less pointy? Will that help? Make them a bit softer at the edge there. More like a whale tail fin. Whale tail. Has that helped? No, not really. I might actually just bring this a bit closer together. And make this more curvy. That bit's too fat. We'll make that pretty though. We can make that pretty, that's okay. Oh god, I've got a dog hair in my needed eraser. Oh, good grief. I'm still finding Woo hair everywhere. Bet here's a few of her hair stuck in this eraser as well. Heart-shaped udder sounds like a heavy metal band. Oh, I don't know about that. Heart-shaped anything just reminds me of the Nirvana song Heart-Shaped Box. So take from that what you will. Nikki's so confused. Nikki, you're not the only one. I am confused also. We've got too many body parts going on here. What about making them more like pig teats but still udders? No, because then it's not going to be a cow, then it's going to be a pig. I'm not up for that. Rainbow milk. Oh, you guys are just ridiculous. Right, I think I'm going to have to lengthen these out. One of the defining things that makes a cow is the fact they've got an udder with 4 teats. Pigs not so much. Right, okay, so let's try and transplant this head onto this body. Oh, I can't even. I think we're going to have another live stream and carry this on because we really need to be switching over to some colouring shortly. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, so let's change the shape of the head a little bit here. I think this is probably the most absurd thing I've drawn in this sketchbook, bar nothing. Trying to concentrate here, like cow horns. Remember how to draw cow horns, Jem? I've looked at enough of them in my lifetime. In saying that, Highland cow horns quite often come like more out this way than straight up and down. But I'm not going to split hairs. Let's give her a little side part and let's make her super cute here. And her ears can poke out and her horns can poke out of her hair. You know, that way if you tuck your hair behind your ear. Like that. This is just absolutely bizarre, like it really is. Ooh! So our hair's swishing in the water. Oh, I can't even with this. Rainbow milk, salty butter. That's a good point, Cal. Salty butter or salty milk. Ew. I see a new sticker evolving here, possibly. Oh, if this works, you could do Mildred crossovers with all kinds of things. Or just make like lots of Mildred hybrid animals and make them into stickers. Oh. Right, okay. I'm going to go with this idea, like, against all better judgment that I've ever had. We are running out of time. I'm going to make a promise to you right now. Obviously, we're not going to get very far with actually using Inktense pencils with this. We will do another stream just to finish this off, and I will make that stream within the next 3 weeks, okay? So we're going to do that, and if all goes well, we'll make it into a Mermu sticker just for Karina because she wants one. Right, let's at least try and get an undersketch done. Come on, guys. Blinking Nora. I have got... Oh, this paper's so grubby. Grubby. Okay, we'll call this a draft. Okay, it's a draft. Fine. Oh, jeez. I admire that you dare try. So many of us want to and don't. Well, there's a phrase that we use in our house, both Mr. Jem and I use it, and it's, why not? I'm not scared. Like, what's going to happen? I'm going to have a terrible drawing that the internet's going to see. Okay. It's okay, it's fine. Like, don't ever be scared. You might as well try. Even though, like, if you only get halfway there, it's still totally worth it. And let's face it, just if we can go back to this for a second, the fact that we've gone from here to here is a vast improvement. Vast improvement. It's not exactly highbrow art, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to have fun. Right, okay. Proportions. People wonder why I get, like, nervous about live streams. Okay, so... This is I'm actually working from my own sketch as a reference. That is like the worst idea ever. But yeah, we're going to go for it. So I'm just going to try and sketch the basic shapes really quickly here, just so that we can actually push this on a little bit. But see, I promise you, we will do another live stream and we will carry on with this, and we'll do it soon. And we might even do it at a weekend. Maybe some more people can join in, like come and have fun with us. We're doing quite well. There's 54 people here just now, and that's a reasonable amount of folks for a Wednesday night. So she looks like a Betty. We can call her Betty if you want, that's fine. And nice saying, well, she can say she was not expecting this when the stream started. Yeah, I know. Lorraine, I do still have a PO box. I've just tucked the details away. If you go on to the Cave YouTube landing page and go along to the About tab that's along the top, it's in there. A life lived in fear is a life half lived. Yeah, I've heard someone say that before. That's quite a well known saying, isn't it? Katara's saying not to be nervous. I know, and the thing is, I feel like I know most of you quite well. There's absolutely no reason for me to be nervous, and I think a lot of the nerves is actually more on the technical side of things, like worrying about microphones and lighting and all that kind of stuff. I actually think it's that makes me nervous rather than drawing ridiculous creatures. But I don't know. Maybe the longer I go on and the more I do, I'll get less nervous. But yeah, I do get nervous, and I'm not scared to admit that because I think it's kind of normal. Like I care about this and I want it to be good. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? Okay, so let's do that in there, and then we've got this shape here. The mare tail actually looks like the very first wedding dress I tried on when I went looking for my wedding dress, and I hated it. I thought the mermaid style wedding dress was going to do it for me because I'm curvy, and I thought that's going to look really good in my figure, and it made my hips and my ass look massive, and I was like, whole bag of nope. Ended up with like a proper Disney princess dress, which is weird because I'm really tomboyish. Everyone was really surprised. It was good. Anyway, that's what that put me in mind of because it really did, like, it went woo and then just like kicked out at the bottom. I was like, oh god, maybe not. Anyway, random aside, so we're going to bring this tail up because I'm working landscape, because I'm working portrait here. I'll zoom out a wee bit so you can see the entire page would be a better idea. I want to kind of depict some sort of movement, so I actually kind of want to like this would be the line of action, like this way. So I want to bring this tail almost all the way round, but I still want to keep that because if she's swished it that way, it's kind of going to go back and round that way. So her fins might be less. Try and demonstrate. I don't know what camera to demonstrate. Her fins might be more like that rather than this. Does that make sense? I'm having a total brain fart here. This is ridiculous. It does look like a bum, doesn't it? Anyway. Right, I'm going to have to think about that. Like, I have to think about that range of motion, but that's something to think about later, not right now. Let's get our little arms on the go. So our little arms here, I've just got them reaching down to her udder. This is so obscure. I love you guys for this though. I feel like she should be doing something with those front legs though, like they should be like, I don't know, they should be like floating about a bit or something. Not just like down by her side. Oh boy. Telling you, this is complicated. Hello Lioness Feather, nice to see you, thanks for coming. Happy cave birthday to you. Come and join the festivities. Ah. Yeah, the guys in the chat will fill you in, it's been ridiculous so far. Marigold had a marshmallow shaped dress. What, like an actual like marshmallow? I would love to see a picture of that. Movement, yes, we need some movement. Yeah, so do I, Katara. I want to know more about the marshmallow dress. Right, I think this arm can maybe go in behind. I'm talking about an arm or front leg, foreleg, and maybe like, I hate to always refer to Finding Nemo, but for those of you who have seen Finding Nemo, the bit at the start where Nemo meets all the other kids when he goes to school, and there's a little octopus and she swishes her tentacles. That's the kind of this kind of move. I don't know. But that's kind of the feeling I want to get. So maybe our arm needs to be out and round a bit. So let's change that line of action there. So that's very static and we don't want that. The problem as well is we never actually denoted any joints or elbows for Mildred. So that's kind of weird. Gonna have to get, oh, it's gonna give her a weird arm now. A weird leg, foreleg, whatever it is. I don't know what it is anymore. Leave it alone, Jem. Right, what's going on in the chat? Lisa, so much fun on a dull grey Michigan afternoon. Cow plus whale equals ? Lisa, thank you so much for your US dollars. That's really nice of you. That will be going towards a new laptop at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later, before it dies on us, because then we are stuffed. I do have another laptop, but it's not the spec isn't as good as this one. We'd manage though. We'd manage. Right, let's change this one. Maybe she's just like, ooh, look at me, I'm a mermoo. Look at me, I'm a mermoo. It's not a sentence I ever thought I was going to say out loud, let alone in front of everyone on the internet. Oh, mermoo. Now, if she's doing, I'm trying to think about this logically, so right, like cow anatomy. If her hoof's been down like that, then her cleat's there. And if she goes like that, it's going to kind of be off to the side. So her cloven part of her hoof's actually going to be like there. And then the other part's going to be on that side. Oh, so much to think about. Oh, dear. Okay, we're talking about Miracle's wedding dress again. A beaded bodice, but the bottom skirt was... All right, okay, I see what you're saying. I was thinking when you said that, it was like a, you know, like a marshmallow shape from like the top, and it just went out the way, and maybe your arms just poked out or something. I don't know. Oh, like it had been squished on the back into a train. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. Audrey Shaw, if you've not seen Finding Nemo, I highly recommend it, and I mean that with all my heart. I'm not like a big Disney freak or anything, but it is a really, really good film, and there's something appealing for everyone in it. So if you get the chance, honestly, it's worth a watch. It really is. Oh dear. Yes, Thea, amusing. Haha, moo. Cow plus whale equals a kale or a wow? What's a wow? Oh no. That arm made me think of a teacher scolding her mermaid pupils, oh for goodness sake. Oh. That's the thing, Elise. This laptop's only how old is it now? 3 years old? No, it'll be 4 years old this year. And it's not faring well at all. Lockdown Art and Beyond says, I think we've gone way past correct cow anatomy. I think you're right, but I still feel the need to try. Like, I feel the need to make a bit of an effort. I actually quite like the way that this arm's going though, so I'm just going to, foreleg, the way the foreleg's going, so I'm just going to go with it. And I'm going to bring our little tummy in there. And then this is the part where her tail starts. And then we decided the udder was going to go underneath, didn't we? I'm going to make that kind of like a heart shape, just because it makes it kind of cute. Do you know what I've just thought about as well? See if she's got really big teats on her udder. See if she's staying still in the water. They're going to like float slightly by themselves as well, which would be absolutely hilarious to watch. Oh wow, I'm so easily amused. Like I really am. Oh, goodness me. Okay, no. Teats are all wrong. Wrong. Yeah, I've watched quite a few of the... See, I'm not a Disney freak by any stretch of imagination, but I do enjoy a good Disney film. But I tend to like the old school films. Like, my favourite Disney film is Alice in Wonderland, and I've been obsessed with it since I was a very, very small child. And Mama Jem will back that up. But from the Disney Pixar films, I mean, they're all really good, they are, but I don't know, I just think that Finding Nemo has a certain charm about it that some of the other films seem to be missing, and the balance of adult jokes with family friendly jokes, but the adult jokes are so subtle and they're not crass at any point, and it takes a lot to be able to pull that off. And I really like it, and the characters are all really likable as well. And some of them are a bit stereotypical, you know, like the dude, you know, the surfer dudes, but in a really nice, not mocking way. Like I that film brings me a lot of joy. It really does. Like seaweed waving back and forth. Yes, that's exactly what Ortiz would do. So be like, no, 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 no. You know, like the little Hawaiian dancing ladies. You used to get the little souvenirs like that. Flowy udders, yes, we need some flowy udders. Well, maybe we can work on that moving forward. I just want to actually get a shape down here. That would be really good. Oh. Sword in the Stone, the Disney film Sword in the Stone is in my top three. The other one that's in that top three is Pinocchio. So there you go, that's my three favourite Disney films. My favourite Disney Pixar film is Finding Nemo. Hands down. I did watch The Incredibles the other night as well, which I've never seen before, and I quite like that as well, but it isn't Finding Nemo. But I think any films with animals in it are naturally going to appeal to me just because of the person that I am. So Michelle Oldfield, hi Jem, how are you feeling? Hope you're feeling a little better. My uncle now has caught COVID. Michelle, thank you for your donation. That is amazing, and I'm really sorry to hear about your uncle. There seems to be a lot of it about in the UK, especially up here in Scotland. It is rife, but no one seems to be, you know, hospitalised or seriously ill with it. But I hope he's feeling better soon, and I hope it doesn't compromise him too much. Weirdly, Michelle, I was actually thinking about you today. Was I right in thinking, I might have mixed you up with someone else, but I'm sure I haven't. Have you not got an Oculus Quest headset, or did I imagine that? Did I dream that? I'd love to hear about that, because I'm sure it was you I was talking to about it. I might be wrong though. I don't know. Right, I'm going to take this. I've got too many lines going on now. And Michelle, if you're wondering, I don't know how long you've been here, but if you're wondering what's going on, don't worry, you're fine. The whole world's gone mad. It's okay. Right, I'm actually quite happy with what's going on this side. This side, but just not this side. But let's move on up here. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. This stream cannot run over tonight. I cannot go past 9 o'clock because I have got doggies to feed. It's quite important that they get fed on time this evening. Do we want round nostrils, like little nostrils like this, or do we want proper cow nostrils, which, you know, is more of like a teardrop shape? I will leave that for you guys to decide. Snow White. Oh yeah, Snow White's nice as well. Nikki says Monsters Inc. I actually really like Monsters Inc. as well, and I like it because of the concept. You know, it's a novel concept, and yeah, it's pretty good. Andrew says the Holy Trinity is Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast. Oh, do you know something? It's quite interesting that you've mentioned those three, Andrew, and that makes me think that you are slightly younger than me, but not by much. Just in the order that those films were released. I think you might be around, but I might be completely wrong, but it's just interesting that you've picked those three films. Mulan, I enjoyed Mulan as well. Robin Hood, yeah. Okay, like I like Robin Hood too, again, just because it's the kind of more old school. Do you know what I love about the old Disney films? See, if you sit and watch closely, you can actually see the original pencil sketch lines, and I absolutely love that. Like, that's my favourite thing ever. When the characters move, you can still see, like, the under sketch, and it's proper graphic, because obviously that's the way things were done. For some reason, that makes me really happy, and I don't know why, but it really does. Oh, hi Peter, nice to see you. You forgot about the live stream. Well, you're here now, and we're still going to be streaming for like another hour and a half, so welcome. And happy cave birthday to you too. We've made it to 4 years. Oh, right, now, Weasel, I didn't realise you were in here, Full Metal Weasel. How did I miss you? Hello, it's nice to see you because I haven't spoken to you in such a long time. She's saying teardrop nostrils because they could close like a seal's nostrils. See, there you go. That's a sensible answer when we're talking about mermoo anatomy. I agree. The little round ones are cute, but I think it makes them look a little bit more like a pig as well. I think we should go for the teardrop shape. Or Jill says proper cow nostrils. Andrew says I'm an old bugger, Jem. Well, I'm an old bugger too, so it's fine. We could be old buggers together. Okay, teardrop nostrils it is, right, so let's fix these bad boys. I'll tell you a funny story just talking about being an old bugger. I took my neighbour into town the other day, and we'd gone into our local co-op to pick up some shopping. And when we were on our way back, my neighbour, my friend, realised that she'd forgotten something. I said, "It's fine, we can go back." And her boyfriend sent her a text message and asked her to get him cigarettes. And she said to me, she said, "I don't have my ID with me, but I've got a picture of it on my phone." And I said to her, I said, "Well, if you can't get the cigarettes, it's fine, I'll go in and get them for you." She is of age to buy cigarettes, but they have a policy in a lot of the shops here where the legal age to buy cigarettes is 18, but if you look under 25, they'll ask you for ID. And my neighbour is just out of being a teenager and no more. So she came out smiling and laughing, and she got into the truck, and I said to her, I said, "What are you smiling at?" She said, "I went up to get the cigarettes, and the lady behind the counter said that she wasn't supposed to accept the picture on her phone of her driving licence, but she said to her, seeing as you were in with your mum earlier, I'll let you off." And mum meaning me. I was like, oh my god, do I look that old? I was like, I've never been so insulted in my life. But then I sat and thought about it, and I realised that technically I am actually old enough to be her mum, and that's a wee bit scary. I thought talk about making someone feel good. I was like, gee, thanks. Here's me thinking I'm all hip and trendy with my multicoloured hair. No, apparently I look like someone's mum. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for that. I mean, it's funny now, but do you know that way for a very brief moment I was actually slightly insulted, and it did make me feel really old. It's terrible. Weasel saying doesn't usually get accused of being sensible. A first time for everything. Oh. Oh, goodness me. Way more sensible than our seashell suggestion, yeah. Oh, very good. You've seen you can still see the underpainting. It's good, isn't it? I love that about the old film. Sword in the Stone's the same, especially if you look at Archimedes. Just because he's feathery. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. And watching it as an adult, an artist, oh, those pencil lines, yeah, totally. Absolutely. Oh, goodness me. It's a shock when you suddenly realise you're old enough to be someone's younger. Yeah, exactly. I was just a bit like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that age now. It's fine though. I'm actually quite secure in my age, and I'm enjoying my 30s immensely. Like, I really am, way more than I enjoyed my 20s. And I was actually explaining this to my neighbour the other day, and I was like, see, when you get into your 30s, you just know yourself better. And I think you're able to stand up for yourself and what you believe in and what you want out of life better as well. And it's not from being, worldly wise or being intelligent. It's just life experience. And yeah, my 30s have been amazing so far. And I wouldn't want to go back to being in my 20s. Do you know that? I actually wouldn't. I could do with less wrinkles, right enough. I would take less wrinkles and less grey hair, but I still wouldn't want to go back and be in my 20s. No, thank you. You can keep it. So I was saying to my neighbour, don't worry, the best's yet to come for you. If you take it into your 30s, it's great fun. So there you go. I think I want to kind of like turn these ears a little bit. Right, it is 7:30 just now. Let's at least get this sketch finished. The moody rain effects on Robin Hood, yeah. Cal's going to be having a moment's silence for her 30s next week. Oh, are you going to be the big 4-0? Oh. I'll have a moment's silence with you if you tell me when it is. Audrey's a great granny 3 times over. Good grief, Audrey. Not on a maturity scale, Andrew. Well, okay, that's fair comment. So we're kind of equal then, yeah. My son's 14, but I was a geriatric mum and didn't have him until I was 38. Well, this is the thing though, like more and more, I find this especially with, people my age, into their mid 30s, that people are just having kids later and it's not a big deal. And they've actually stopped using the term geriatric now, which is, I think, is nice because that's, there's no need for that really, is there? Oh, goodness me. Gypsy says, one thing I'm enjoying about mid 30s is the ability to stop caring so much what other people think. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that as well. Like, I've stopped worrying about other people judging me. And I think part of it as well is that you're being a good person. Like if you make the effort, and I always say this, like after I had my mental breakdown many moons ago when I was in my early 20s, my main aim in life was try to be a better person today than I was yesterday, and I've stuck by that mantra. So that kind of helps me to not care, but just not weight other people's opinions on what I'm doing so much. And I just, people that are snap judgmental, I just completely ignore it. Whereas in my 20s, that's something I would have worried about. So I totally get that as well. Absolutely. Jessica is 32 and just had her last baby, number 6, and he's almost 1. Jessica, you have been a busy lady, a busy, busy lady. Marigold wasn't planning on kids. Spent 20 years as a journalist and then met the ex. Oh, wow. Okay, say no more, say no more. Alright, let's get some hair on the go here. So if we swoosh this round, swishy, swishy, and put that there, and maybe there's a little bit here, put that there. So that's like tucking in behind, and maybe there's just a little bit that's got loose. Maybe it's coming this way. It's going to be a beautiful mermaid by the time we're finished. Oh, look at her, isn't she just adorable? She thick. We'll give her some. I hate to use the sort of cliche spotty cow effort, but we'll make her brown and white instead of black and white. We'll make her an Ayrshire cow. That would be nice just for a wee change. Might have to adjust those horns. Right, I'm going to call a halt at this here because I really need to take a little comfort break. Excuse me, and then we need to talk about colouring stuff. So this really isn't where I thought this was going to go, and we never got to the Inktense pencils. Can you let me know, chat? Do you want to come back for another live stream just for this? And we'll do it properly. We'll carry on with it. If that's something you're interested in, would you rather it was a weekday stream or would you rather a weekend stream? I'm going to put a poll up for that just now. If you could take a wee second to vote. If it's something you're interested in, that would be marvellous. I'll try not to mute myself this time, and if I do, I'll take it off straight away. There we go, the poll is up for you so that you can take a little vote. If you would like to come for just a Mermoo stream, please let me know whether you would rather have it on a weekend day. I've just realised I've spelled weekend with 2 Ks, that's a fancy weekend. Oh, I kind of thought this was coming. I've really pushed for time at weekends. Yeah, it's good, it's fine. You can run the ferrets around and watch, awesome. Sundays would be good. That's the thing, Jules. I wouldn't do it on a Sunday because we normally have a video out on a Sunday, and I wouldn't want a video and a live stream on the same day. If it was going to be the weekend, it would be the Friday or the Saturday. But I'm open to. Oh, it's actually quite split. And the weekend situation is winning, but well, it's now gone down to 50%. This is interesting. It's really interesting. Weekdays is better. Oh, hello, Colzo Art. I didn't see you come. Everybody's like just tiptoed into this stream tonight. What's going on? Oh, y'all don't mind. Oh, it's really split. Well, I think maybe we'll play it by ear because I've got quite a lot of socialising going on in the next couple of weeks. Mama and Papa Jem are coming. My best friend is coming to see me also, which is exciting. Weekdays better. Brexit all over again. Okay. Welcome back, Zedmix. Yeah, we're just there's a poll up just now. I'm gonna have to stop this here because we're gonna go into some adult colouring. We're just the poll that's in the chat is to come back for another live stream just to cover this, and if you would like it at the weekend or a weekday, we will make it work. A Papa Jem stream. I've been trying to get Papa Jem to do a live stream. He's really shy. He's a bit bashful with stuff like that. Wendy's up for a laugh any day of the week. That's good. You're all so laid back about this. I would actually. Hi Brennan, welcome. Nice to see you and welcome to the cave. It is the cave birthday celebration today. We've made it to 4 years. I don't know how, but warm welcome to you, and I hope you're here for some nonsense because that's basically what's going on. Everybody wants a Papa Jem stream. Well, I think that's a poll for maybe another time, but I am like gently trying to persuade him, but he's not keen. Would you ever consider to do a live drawing together? Yeah, I would, Elise. That's something I would definitely do. Everybody does want a Papa Jem stream. Interestingly though, Papa Jem is not an artist, but he is an excellent technical drawer. And he has an engineering background, and I think we could come up with like a really good an actual like hybrid piece of art between us that's like halfway between something that's engineering based and something that is organic, and I think that would be a really good idea. So that's kind of what I'm trying to persuade him into. Wouldn't that be the coolest video, where we actually just took turns and we could actually work on the picture at the same time, because I am left-handed and Papa Jem is right-handed, so we could just sit on either side of the paper, you know. A great idea. So there you go. Right, okay, this is split completely down the middle. Right, I think what we'll do with that then is, well, I suppose if we did a Friday night, technically that's a weeknight, but it's kind of the weekend as well. We could do that. That may be an idea. Nice, saying should we send some chocolates to your PO box to help persuade him, meaning Papa Jem, because my dad's a chocolate monster. I'm sure that might help sway him a little bit. Also, Lisa, you'd like that. You're an engineer too. Okay. I think we maybe just need to bring Papa Jem into the, like, just place him gently in the chat, and you guys can just like chip away at him. I think that's a better idea. So I tell you what, when we do our next Mermoo live stream, I'll make sure that Papa Jem's in this. In fact, I've just had an amazing idea. Right, what we'll do is, Mama and Papa Jem are coming on Friday. They're coming here on Friday. They will be in the cave on Friday, and they're here for a week. So why don't we just make the live stream next week while Papa Jem's here, and I'll make him come in and mod on the stream with Thea, and then you guys can all chip away at him and persuade him for us to do a hybrid drawing. That is a brilliant. I think we should do that, because if you guys pressure him, then bribe him with chocolate, what's he going to say? He's going to have to say yes, isn't he? Ah, goodness me. Weasel says a Wednesday evening is best for me as I am home with Wi-Fi. Well, interestingly, Wednesday's a good day for me because it's the one day during the week that I don't work my proper job. I just do cave stuff on a Wednesday, but it doesn't always suit everyone, and I would like to keep a variety when it comes to doing the live streams, because if we make it the same day every time, there's always going to be people that can't get there because they work, etc. Black Rose says Friday. The fanciest of chocolate cakes in the world. Yes, Thea, I think that would work. Unite and conquer cavers. I think it's called bullying now, but we can unite and conquer, that's fine. Cal can use the birthday trump card on him. Yes. Now, it's interesting that you say that as well, because in our family we have a tradition that when it is your birthday, on the day of your birthday, not before, not after, but on the day of your birthday, no one can ask you to do anything you don't want to do. And the phrase you use is, can't touch me, it's my birthday. So maybe we could use that to our advantage, Cal. I like how we're like hatching a plan against my poor father here. He's not here to defend himself. Exactly, Geeky Eva, you literally said it. Oh, goodness me. Right, okay. This is just crazy. Right, I apologise for not getting to the intense pencils, which was kind of the whole point of the stream. But I think we've made an excellent start and we've now generated another stream and a conspiracy against Papa Gem in the process. So, all in all, I think that's been a fairly productive first half of the stream. What do you think, guys? Oh, goodness me. Right, I am going to take a very, very short comfort break now. It'll be no longer than 5 minutes, guys, okay? And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about doing some adult colouring, and you'll have the chance to have your input into that as well. So just talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes, and I will join you again very, very shortly. Okay, so I'm back everyone, and that's a lot better. I see some of you've taken a wee break as well, and thank you for the like spike in that little interim period there. Also, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that has donated via the super chat and super stickers. It was really generous of you tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, any money that comes in is going towards a new laptop because it's about time we upgraded. And also a big thank you to Thea, who is doing a wonderful job of modding for us. We're all a friendly bunch in here. She's getting an easy ride tonight. And we're just going to continue on our cave birthday celebrations. The cave has turned 4. I really genuinely, I don't know where the last 4 years have gone, but in a completely good way. And I'm very lucky to have all of you. So thank you for being here. The first part of the stream went in completely the opposite direction to where I thought it was going to go, and I think I've probably learned a lesson from it. I was just going to ask you all about the lighting situation now, because I'm starting to lose the light outside. I do have the spotlights on, and I'm just wondering if they're a bit harsh or whether they're okay. We were on a break. Oh, thank you, Pushka. Yeah, it's interesting the hair. I've got a lot of hair, but yes, it's very colourful. Very colourful. Oh, Thea, that's lovely. She's just happy to be part of it. Oh, I'm getting all warm and fuzzy. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did read through the comments that I missed there. So for those of you in the chat that are disappearing, thank you for coming. Appreciate your time, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. The lighting's fine, good. Right, we're going to move on to some colouring now. So the first thing I want to do, we're going to be going with the same types of colours. So for that purpose, I have picked out this pencil case, which is the pencil case that I keep my Prismacolors in. I've not used them for a wee while, but they do have a really nice selection of nice bright colours, so we're going to go with those. So the question that I'm going to pose to you is, what do you want me to colour? I've got a couple of books here, so just let me know in the chat which one you prefer. I've got Seasons by Hannah Carlson, and I was actually going to go back to the page that we started way before Christmas, because there are actually a couple of jewels in here, and I thought we could maybe have a go at this little bottle here. That might be something nice to try. So we've got Hannah Carlson. Lighting is good. Okay, excellent. Sam, thanks. Yeah, I like my hair. I'm quite pleased with it. I know I definitely don't want to be a blonde. I've learned that. Oh, dear. Right, okay, so we've got Hannah Carlson. I've also got this lovely book, and this actually came from Linda. I don't know if Linda's still here. And that is the Beautiful Letters book. I thought we could pick out a letter of your choosing, and we could use our turquoises and purples and pinks to colour one of those. And lastly, I have the Pop Manga colouring book as well. And I thought we could maybe pick out one of the simpler images in this. There was a really nice one with, funnily enough, it was like mer people. It's mer people. That might be a nice way to carry on the theme of what we've been doing. There's one with a fish there. Could pick that one. I'll try and find the one I was looking for. I'm sure it had narwhals in it, or narwhals. How do you pronounce that? Oh, there's oh, that one. That was the one I was looking at. Because I think the colours that we've got would work really well with that. So let me know. Any of the three, I'm good with any of them. But I'll let you guys decide, because we're all about making this as interactive as possible. Oh, Magical, all about the upgrades. Thank you very much for your £20 and the great British pounds at that. That is much appreciated and very, very generous. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, you guys don't have to do this, like, you really don't. Oh. Colour Me Honest continued with the page in season and have already coloured the gems, so she's curious. Pop Manga. Pop Manga. Letters. Oh, okay. Letters. Finish seasons or Pop Manga. Right, I'm just going to put this to a poll. This is the easiest way to do things, I think. There we go. Getting the hang of doing this pole thing now. Oh, we've got some quite mixed reactions so far. Okay. Oh, I think it's Pop Manga for the win. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, guys. We'll get this book out. I'll just pop these other ones out the way for now. That's absolutely fine. This is a really nice book. I really like it. I've only coloured one picture in this. I think I don't think I did this as a video, but I think I posted it on Instagram maybe. But I had great fun colouring this. I really enjoyed it. So 62% of the vote for Pop Manga. So let me find this picture again. I'm assuming that you want the one that I showed you. Not that one. This one. This is the one we want to go for. Magic Owl, oh I get it now. Comfort breaking gem speak is fresh ice. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It was really cute though when I opened the cave door to go out. Jock was lying at the door, like just lying there waiting for me. So because I'd shut him out, and he just kind of gave me the look. You know, he gave me like the proper puppy dog eyes. So he's back in his little bed under the drawing table over there, and he's quite happy now. Bless him. Okay, so let's go back to the swatch book. This doesn't have to be as drawn out. Get it? But we'll pick out some colours real quick for this and we'll make a start. So, thinking about the same thing again, I really should have kept my sketchbook and never mind, it's fine. We'll get there, that's okay. Great choice of pinks. My hair was actually supposed to be this colour, the processed red, like that's what it should have been. But just the way it took to my hair, it's ended up somewhere between processed red and mulberry. So let's just pull those out, why not? Why not? There's the mulberry, processed red. So that gives us the sort of like the pinkier colours. That's quite nice, we can get going with those. And if I flick over here, I'm kind of at a jaunty angle. I've just got too much stuff on the desk, that's what's wrong. I need a bigger desk, that's what we really need. Along with more shelves, obviously. And I'm kind of, the dark purple here is speaking to me. Again though, having a look at my hair, violet's probably closer rather than this, because that's kind of heading into pink. So let's go violet. Some of these pencils are getting quite short. So violet. And I definitely think that the Indian Throne Blue is the closest colour to the blue parts, which you can't really see. Most of them are in the back. Indian Throne, and when it comes to the turquoisey blue colour, ooh, might be struggling a little bit here. The light aqua is too light. I'm thinking probably halfway between cobalt turquoise and aquamarine. Again, I'll just dig both of them out, we might as well, because we can use them. And they are right there. Excellent. So let's pop this out the way and we can make a start. Okay, let's see. Oh. Geeky Eva, thank you very much. As an IT person, I kind of have to chip in on the laptop. Oh, thank you so much. €10 in our household, otherwise known as yo-yos, because that's what Mr. Jem's parents call them. They stay in the south of Ireland and they're right on the border between the north and the south. And they have two wallets, like two purses that sit in their kitchen, and one has pounds in it, which they use in the north, and the other one has euros in it, which they use in the south, but they call them yo-yos, so we call them yo-yos too. So thank you for your 10 yo-yos. We'd be interested in how you got the skin tone in the last manga picture you coloured. That's a really interesting point. It was so long ago, I actually can't remember. I can't even remember what pencils I used, to be honest. I know I used quite a lot of yellow in it, and that was to tie in with what I did in the background, but you can see it down there under her chin and the shadows on her wrists as well. And I think I used quite a pale colour. I'll have a look back, Colzo, and I'll get back to you on that one. Right. Anyway, let's have a little look here. So I think we've got these two little mare girls or mare. Oh no, they've got horns as well. What do you call them when they've got horns? I'm not really up in my mermaid lore. Tell me what they're called. But these two little ladies here, I think one of them should have the pinky into purple hair, and maybe the other one should have blue into turquoise hair. That might be nice. So let's just get started, and I can zoom in a little bit here. We'll have to watch the autofocus because it can be quite temperamental. Right, hopefully that'll be all right. So I'm going to start here with the process red, or as we know it better, the process not red, because it's not red. And I'm just going to get a layer of colour down here. I'm just going to cover all of, spit it out, Jem. I'm just going to cover all of her hair in a light layer of this to start with. And we can just go from there. Be nice. I think this part's part of her hand, so I'll skip that out for the time being. I love in the manga style art, I love when they give the characters really big thick fringes or bangs if you're not in the UK. I just think it's a really nice characteristic, and it really softens the features of the face. It really frames the face. This is such a pretty colour as well. I like this colour. I'm not being too particular here. I'm not being very careful at all. I just want to get this first layer of colour down. And we can go from there. I'm assuming that they're underwater. There's lots of bubbles. And obviously our pal here might not be in such a floaty shape. That's what I was trying to achieve with our Mermu. If he was on land. So we're assuming that these ladies are underwater. Ladies, girls, whatever they are. Mermicorns? Oh, goodness me. Oh. Daria appreciates the recognition of the process not red. Yes. Again, that's a very old cave-in joke, isn't it, Daria? There'll be very few of you remember that. I think Cal will probably remember that joke as well. And the other one was the green pencil, wasn't it? Now, is this hair or is this fin? Not... that's hair. That's her hair more to the board. Is it her hair? No, that's her hair. Okay. It's complicated already. Jeez. Because I kind of thought that might have been a puddle of water. Oh dear. Oh dear. Narmans? Oh right, okay, we're getting silly. Oh goodness me. Right, okay, so I've got the mulberry here as well, but I'm also going to I'm going to pull in a little bit of the violet as well. Violet pencil's getting a bit stubby. Yeah, the whole point of me mentioning about them being in the water, I've just realised I've still got that pole running. We don't need this. We know what we're doing. Go away. Lovely. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, so the whole point of mentioning about the being underwater thing was talking about light sources, and water refracts light, which makes it really complicated, so I'm thinking we won't bother with a specific light source. But there will be light coming down from the top, but their little steed here might be blocking quite a lot of that out, so I don't think there's too much to worry about. Now when I'm colouring hair, especially in this type of illustration, you know, in like the manga style, I tend to stick with sort of like chunkier blocks of colour to keep that nice sort of comic feel to it. You know, the sort of bold colour, bold lines. So I'm just going to block in some parts here with this mulberry. Kind of thick lines. And again, this is just like mapping out what I'm doing with it rather than actually saying, right, this is the way it's going to be. Because we can change it up by adding and layering and blending and all these kind of fun things that we like to do. That's what pencils are all about. Let's get that in here. I kind of like that we've kept the theme from the Mermu through to this. This is good. This is nice. At least we've managed to keep some sort of consistency this stream. Wow. I've definitely learned a lesson tonight though, and the lesson is that like, expect the unexpected, and that's just the way that it is. Yeah, puddles underwater, I know. You might need another colouring book after this, yes, absolutely. Patty learned to do the light colour layer for me, thank you. It's a planning thing, it is purely, I'm a huge planner with some things, especially when I'm organising myself or colouring. Weirdly, when I'm drawing though, I'm much more of a pantser, meaning, you know, I like to just fly by the seat of my pants. Those are, I think they're originally writing terms. Certainly when I used to write a lot of fiction, you talked about planners and pantsers, and I'm kind of split down the middle, which I kind of like. I just like having the freedom. So I'm trying to get a bit of an even distribution here, between these two. You know, I'm trying not to have it lean too much towards the mulberry or the process not red, but we will see. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm needing to sharpen these. Grab my sharpener. Oh. So again, trusty Tagal sharpener, this is the multi-sharpener, so it gives you different points depending on what number you put on. I use this specifically for Prismacolor pencils because these are really, really soft pencils, and if you keep a short stubby point, like the length of this one, they're less likely to crumble and break because there's not that much of the lead exposed. That's kind of the idea. So when I'm sharpening these, I usually sharpen these on a number 1 or 2 setting. So you still get a point, but there's just not as much of the lead exposed, or the core exposed, should I say. There you go. So that, you can see what I'm saying there. That has got a pointy point on it, but it's a little stubby pointy point. Pointy point. Might as well sharpen everything else while I'm here. Hi Jay. Thank you. Yeah, the hair seems to have gone down quite well. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. Thea's I don't know where to start. I just pick a point and get going. Oh, Art, Jules is back in bed. Well, I'm glad you're still here, and I hope that you know, by watching all the shenanigans here, that it takes your mind off the pain a little bit. I'm sorry that you're in pain. I don't want anybody to be in pain, especially not archivers. We can't have that. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the process not red, and I'm just going to work a tiny section at a time. Again, that seems to work best for me. So my favourite flicky motion. So working on the areas where I didn't put the mulberry down, I'm going to flick up from the bottom. I would like to have some sort of highlight, which is why I'm doing this. Even though we're not specifying a light source, I think it's quite important just to keep that sort of hair-like texture, even though they're underwater and technically wet. So if we just work on this section here, and then the mulberry, just go in next door with that. Just work on this little section here as well. Fun, fun, fun. Flick that up the way. Actually, it's been such a long time since I've used these pencils, I forget how soft they are. Like, you really don't have to press with these at all. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. See, the downside is they don't keep a point very long, but that's the trade-off. I love how vibrant the colours are in the Prismacolors though. I wish they just weren't so expensive in the UK. They're super pricey. I wish they weren't. Okay, so we've got this one little section here. Now you can see that the mulberries like started to disappear a little bit in here, but this is why I wanted to bring in the violet. And in those mulberry sections, it's really like an accent. I'm not trying to, you know, like to take away from that mulberry colour, but it's kind of like a pointer into this, like these sections are darker. So literally just a few lines. Again, not pressing very hard at all, don't need to. Nice smooshy buttery colour. And in under here, I feel like because this is under Chinlet, I'm kind of defaulting to normal light source rules here, and I can't help it. But even if we're thinking three-dimensionally and not the fact that they're underwater, that would still make sense. And not a lot has made sense in this stream up until this point, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. And we'll make that quite dark in there. So we press a little bit harder, a couple of layers. And then again, we've got this little violet pencil, a little diddly violet pencil. And you can pop some of that in there. Maybe define a few of these strands a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. There is always shine in manga here, that's true. Okay, thanks for popping in, Nikki. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Hope you've enjoyed yourself, and hopefully you'll be available for the Mermaid stream whenever that's going to happen. Marigold likes the colours of the prismas, but they drive her potty with the softness. Yeah, it's if especially if you're doing a big piece, it's a lot of work, isn't it? I'm glad you're having a laugh, Jules. I know when you're in constant pain or you have chronic pain, you do just find coping mechanisms for it. I understand that. So yeah, I know you're probably like strong as an ox and you're used to it, but we still don't want you to feel like that. But I'm glad you're having a laugh. That's good. Janice is enjoying her sketchbooks that she bought from the stash shop. Oh, I'm glad. That's good. I'm glad they are really good sketchbooks. The Sea White sketchbooks. I've got them in the stash shop, and I always said this that I wouldn't stock anything in the stash shop that I wouldn't use myself. And those sketchbooks, it's the texture of the paper that does it for me because I like to work mostly in pencil. And I'm glad there's quite a few people that have tried them and really like them. I do think the large ones are a bit too large though, and I don't know if I'm going to keep stocking them. They are selling, but they're an absolute nightmare to ship out. But yeah, okay. I'm glad you're enjoying yours, Janice. Oh, hello, Ashley. You missed your big pencil case earlier. We had the big case that you sent me out. It was on display. Nice to see you. And yes, thank you. I really like my hair. My coloured pencils are matching my hair. That's what we're doing here. So yeah. Anyway, back to colouring. Get on with this. Yeah. So I'm glad everyone's having fun. This is good. This is good. My next sketchbook, I am so excited. I'm actually gonna do a video on sketchbooks when I start the new one. A long time ago, we got a Leuchtturm sketchbook in one of the upcrates, and I ended up buying the bigger square format in yellow because I like the colour yellow. And that is my next sketchbook, so I'm really excited to start it. But I haven't done one of the videos for the drawing tips for beginners series for a while, and it's because the next video is going to be about sketchbooks and how people use them differently and stuff. So that's going to be coming up pretty soon because I've only got now 3 pages left in my sketchbook. So if it's something that you're into or just curious as to how I use my sketchbooks, it's not that exciting. That video will be in the not too distant future, hopefully. Audrey's had her Prismas for 4 years and never used them. Why not? They're great. Get stuck in. Colzo Art's always been a Sea White person, but never used the square ones until recently. I love a square format sketchbook. It's my favourite. I have no logical reason for that. I just really like them. Callie, yes, I do have the cover sticker ready for my new one. It's sitting there waiting. It's actually tucked into the little pocket. You know, they have like a keepsake pocket in the back of some of the sketchbooks. It's sitting in there ready. Sam just got the new Artful box. Sam, I have got it and I've actually filmed the video. Please don't give anything away. No spoilers, please. But yeah. Yeah, the Sea White sketchbooks, they're made in the UK. There's another in fact, it's the one that I've got just now. I think they're called. I don't know without looking. Leave that with me. I will tell you. But they're very very similar, and I think they're made in Europe, so that might be better for you. Art Jules is not a great fan of sketchbooks. Don't think I've ever filled one. Much rather grab a piece of paper instead. I see. I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like a super organized type person, and I like everything in the one place. And I much prefer to have a sketchbook. And I'm pleased to say that in 4 years I have filled several sketchbooks, which I didn't think I would do. So yeah, it's worth it. Now, see, I'll talk more about how I structure my sketchbooks in the upcoming video. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to do that. I have so many video ideas that I want to do now, and because I've been unwell and haven't done any, I'm kind of like backed up. The ideas are just sitting there festering away, and I'm like, oh, I need this to come to fruition. There's nothing worse than an idea that doesn't come to fruition. Okay, just going to grab this this violet again, keep adding this in. I'm not really sure about how her hair, I think our parting must be like over on that side, just the way the lines are going here. Not entirely sure, just making up as I go along, it's fine, it'll be alright. A little bit darker in behind her horn, is that what you call it? Do narwhals have horns? Is it called a horn? It's called a horn now. The thing is, for doing this texture as well, you do actually want quite a sharp point, and Prismacolors are not ideal for this because they don't keep a point for very long. But we'll keep going, it'll be fine. Oh, Ashley has sent a super sticker. And I'm assuming that's a hippo in sunglasses in a treasure chest. That sounds about right for this stream, doesn't it? Ashley, thank you so much. $69.99 Canadian dollars. That is a crazy amount of money, you crazy lady. Thank you. That money is going towards a new laptop, which as soon as we've got the cash together, we're getting it. So thank you very much. It will be going to good use, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you very much too. Katara's working towards filling her first sketchbook. Katara, just while you're saying that, like, don't worry about stuff like that. The sketchbook I've got just now is not actually that thick, and I've been using the same sketchbook for nearly 2 years. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to fill it, just as long as you use it, it's cool. JF is asking what's the box with the money. Jay, that is called a super sticker, and when someone wants to donate to the stream, they can either leave a message or they can pick a sticker, and that's the sticker. Hi Zenmix, nice to see you again. Oh, Marigold, it is called a horn, thank you. Glad I've got you guys to keep me right here. I'll say my mermaid type lore and so on isn't up to scratch, I'm afraid. I'm not really into stuff like this. I know everyone does mermaid, and that's something that I've got no interest in doing it. I don't know why. It's never really something that's appealed to me at any point. But you know, maybe this year. No, not this year. That's a silly idea. I'm not even going to pretend to commit to that. Oh, way too much going on. Okay, she's looking fairly cute so far. Yeah. Now, I've kind of shot myself in the foot here in terms of where the highlight is. You can see the level of shine across here, so I'm going to have to kind of like bring that around in a curve there, because obviously that's the crown of her head. But just the same technique, but you just have to kind of pick, and I need to sharpen this again. Prismacolors were a bad idea. You're determined to fill it. Good for you, Katara. You go for it. You do it. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. It's very satisfying though, and I'm sure people will agree with this. See, when you finish that last page in a sketchbook, you're like, yes. It's like you do feel a sense of accomplishment from it, so it's totally worth it. Like I highly recommend it if you like those kind of things. I'm not convinced about my mulberry here. I want more mulberry. So you can see with the technique here that I just like to work in really small sections at a time. I just feel I've got more control over what I'm doing, and I've got a better chance to think about what I'm doing in colour placement if I do that. And that's really easy with hair because it's usually separated into tendrils. That's usually like curly hair though, isn't it? It's just in sections, it's easier. It's much easier. So this part in here I feel like would be really dark because it's kind of tucked in behind everything else. So although I'm going to use this Process Not Red, I'm actually going to take that opportunity, no highlight in there, and just darken that down in that little section there. I'm starting to get a bit of a blocked nose, that's weird. Don't want to be sniffing for the rest of the stream. I can't believe it's 8:20, guys. It's like it's like the Bermuda Triangle when we start these streams. I just don't know where the time goes. It's ridiculous. A mermoo for mermaid. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe we can finish our stream mermoo for mermaid. Why not? Ashley loves a good goth or pink mermaid. That's awesome. Now, Magic Owl's made an interesting comment here. I always tend to colour mine in darker tones, especially given mermaids evolved from sirens, who lured sailors to their doom, so I think we can thank Disney for the colours. Hi, MJP. I'm so glad you made it. Did your alarm go off? We've been having great fun. Yeah, we're here till 9 p.m. So basically another 40 minutes or so. I'm so glad you made it. You've missed a very strange first half of the stream, but you can watch that back later. Things did not go the way I thought they were going to go at all, and it descended into a lot of silliness. But we're here and we're having fun, aren't we? Okay, Marigold, you pop off, and yeah, you can watch the rest later. Thank you for participating this evening. Thank you again for your donation, and we will see you soon. Audrey's saying that she thinks it is hair between her arm and her bottom. Well, this part here, that's her. Oh, this part here, you think it's hair? Yeah, that's what we were talking about before. I think you might be right, Audrey. Oh, hello, madame. Oh, yes, my hair. Thank you. Glad you could join us. I wasn't sure, and obviously I know what time zone you're in, and I didn't know whether you were going to make it or not. But thanks for coming in. Yeah. Bye, Marigold. Yeah, we've had quite a lot of people popping in and out. Obviously, being a Wednesday, and also the fact that we have a lot of people in various time zones as well. So it's really nice though that people even just make an effort to just sort of dip in and say hi. Like, I love that. That's great. It makes me feel wanted. Okay, I'm kind of looking at that like, oh right, what are we going to do with this now? So yeah, we've got this highlight area here. So I'm just going to finish this highlight area off. Let's make it in there. And we'll just brighten this up a little bit. Is that too highlighty out and too much white of the paper showing there? Maybe add in a little bit more. Yeah, a bit happier with that. I've done that too. I've got a bit highlight happy. I just feel as if I've got too much of the, you know, like she's got super shiny hair considering she's underwater. Might be a bit much. And I feel like there should be a highlight in this section here. So if I bring this up and round, and work that in there. How's that look? I feel like there should have been a highlight here as well. Eh. This section here is a bit ropey though, and I'm not entirely sure what's... You know, the line work's very loose, so it's not always the easiest to decide what belongs where. But that's okay, we'll manage. A lot of these things as well are open to interpretation, aren't they? She says. It's not an excuse, honest. Let's get that in there. Oh, so I feel like her hair's like there. It's like tucked in. Oh, Zenmix, thank you for the £5. I love that super sticker. That's like one of my favourites, and it's just because he's got a fat chin. Thank you very much for your donation. Really, really appreciate that. It's really, really good of you. Lockdown Art and Beyond, thank you as well for joining us. Appreciate it. And iguana drawing. Would love to see it. If you want to share it, you can find me on Instagram, tag me, that would be great. Again, I'm just gonna... I feel like there's too much pink going on down here. Kind of overdone the pink. I beg your pardon, the process not red. It's not pink, it's process red. And again, oh, see, this is like kind of tucked in behind. So we'll use the mulberry there, I think. Just out of curiosity, is the buzz from the laptop still annoying anybody, or have you all forgotten about it, or can you just not hear it? I'd kind of forgotten about it. Like, I'm so used to it because this laptop, I use this for cave stuff, but I also use it for my proper job as well, because I need 2 laptops for my proper job. So this laptop is literally on all day, every day, like 16 hours a day. So I'm, you know, I just don't hear the noise anymore. But I just wondered if it was still annoying anyone. Is that not part of her sleeveless top? Oh, this part here. No, I think this is her hair. You see, there's all these debates going on. Well, yeah, because that would make sense that that's like a strap. But if you look at the line of action, that strand kind of follows on from the shoulder and it flows down there, so that's what makes me think it's hair orgy. Colzo Art is asking me if I could only have one brand of coloured pencil, what would it be? It would, with hands down, it would be Faber-Castell Polychromos. They're very versatile, the colour range is great, and they're easy to layer up to make colours that you don't necessarily have in a set. That's the easiest question anyone's ever asked me in a stream. Maybe I need dark indigo. Maybe. Maybe. Can't hear the laptop most of the time. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I was just curious if that was still bugging anybody. It's getting worse though. Part of the problem is that this house it's a really old farmhouse and it's really dusty, and there's only so much I can do to protect the fans, and they're cleaned out regularly. And I've already had say this laptop's got 3 fans, and I've already had them replaced once, so it's getting to be quite an expensive habit, shall we say. Time for a new one. But if you consider the number of hours that I actually use this laptop, it's probably having like a normal lifespan. It's just that those have been condensed ridiculously into a much shorter space of time. Because the laptop I had before this, which was the one I had when I started the cave, that laptop was like 7 years old, and it was just a cheap student laptop. I actually bought that laptop to do my dissertation. And it did well, but the processor wasn't powerful enough to run everything I needed to run, and that was the only reason I stopped using it. And Papa Jem's actually got that now. He runs some of his engineering software off it out in his man cave at home. His cave, not my cave, his cave. TG Colours 808 says they coloured it as hair too. Okay, so we're on the debate about this part, yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense, but there's no right or wrong answer to that, because you could easily make that into a strap. You know, it's not like that would be a ridiculous suggestion. I think sometimes if you can depict what you see with your eye, you know, it looks okay, then that's what you do. That's the best thing to do. You know, if you picture it one way and you can bring that to life with your pencils, then it's right, isn't it? And it doesn't matter if someone does it differently. And that's what I really like about colouring, is you can give like 5 or 6 people the same picture, and even give them the same colour palette. You know, if you were to give them a restricted set of pencils and say go and colour that, they would all come back completely different. And that's what I really like about it. And I always like seeing how other people colour the same picture. Like, I find that really interesting. There we go, I'm having to sharpen this again. This is getting ridiculous. You want a new gaming laptop? Yeah. Well, it's a gaming laptop I've got, because when you try and run Photoshop and you're trying to upload a YouTube video and all the rest of it, you need the power. That's it, and that's what everyone recommends for stuff like that. Thankfully, I don't have to use Photoshop too often, because I absolutely hate it. Photoshop and I are not friends. It's the most illogical program ever, but I have to remember that it wasn't designed for what I use it for. Like, it wasn't designed for digital drawing. But yeah, it's just not for me. Okay, we're gonna kind of getting there with her hair now. She's looking quite cute, isn't she? Yeah. It's funny, so many are actually Polychromos fans, considering the amount of Prismacolors you see on YouTube. I think, just my opinion on that, Thea, but I think most, how do I word this like diplomatically? A lot of the video and content creators on YouTube are American, and Prismacolors are a good quality pencil that's cheap in the States, and I think that's why you see so much of it from colorists, definitely. If you were to talk to the artist community, I think that balance between Polychromos and Prismacolor would be more balanced. But yeah, definitely for the colourist community. They're easily accessible. The colours are amazing. You get 150 different colours. Like, you're spoiled for choice. So I can see why they do crop up in a lot of videos. You tried the light fast pencils, but you still prefer polychrome. So I say I really like the Derwent light fast pencils. Oh, ah. Pushka's asking me if I've done much digital drawing. I've dabbled in it, and see, to be honest, I spend so much time in front of a screen, bearing in mind that my other favourite hobby apart from art is gaming, and I use art to kind of like escape from technology in general. I do like to read a good book as well, and I've tried a couple of times, but it's fun, but it's not something I would keep up most of the time, if that makes sense. I hope that answers your question. Get this section done here. Get back with my mulberry as well. It's looking a little bit wishy-washy in there. And again, this just a little violet. Might have to get a pencil extender out by the end of this stream tonight. Yeah, Black Rose, the light fast pencils are super expensive as well. Like, they're crazy money. Absolutely crazy money. Yeah, the Derwent drawing pencils, I tested them out at Cavemas. They're very interesting pencils, and the set that I had in the video, I actually sent them over to Swedish Julia from Julia K Art Studio, because she raves about them. She loves them. She's really into them. I just like the color palette in them. Like, I really do. I think it's just perfect, absolutely perfect. Trying to get this little bit the puddle of hair finished here. Puddle. Oh, Pip's back. Hi, Pippy. Where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, okay. I know, I see, baby girl. Let's have a sniff at things that are on the table. Are you pretty girl? Yeah, pretty girl. Right. That's it. Can I go back to what I was doing now? Is that okay? What? I'm busy. You've got 25 minutes, you're too early. She's sitting here giving me the feed me face. It's not time to get fed yet, baby girl. Your clock's wrong. Ah. Shh. No. Go and lie down, please. On you go. She tries this nearly every night, to see if she can get fed a little bit sooner. And Pip's now 3.5 years old, and she hasn't realised that I'm not going to give in. God loves a trier. I don't know how I feel about the... I just realised that you can't see that. I don't know how I feel about this area down here. I don't think I'm convinced. I've not convinced myself here. I think I need a bit more variation. I might be a bit happier. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Don't do that, please. Don't break my pencils. I'm squinting at this because there's this section here, and that looks like it belongs to the body. So maybe that's a fin? Because it's got scales on it. But why would it be flapped out? Is it meant to be her other arm, and they've just put scales on it by accident? Thoughts, please, chat. I need your help with that, because I've got no idea what's going on there. Confused. That's just a stray hair there on its own, I think. Ooh. The feed me stare, yes, absolutely, that is what that was. It was cheaper for me to import Prismas from the USA to South Africa than to buy polychromos locally. Wow, definitely okay. Thank you, Mrs. CB, and thank you again for your donation as well. Have a good rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing today. Okay, Black Rose thinks that's her back, but it goes all the way. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would it? Ew, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, and I think I'm just going to leave that for later. Right, we've established that this section in here is probably here. I don't know. But see, this looks very similar to her tail. That's why I'm confused. So confused. This wasn't meant to be complicated. It's getting too late at night for complicated things now. I don't want to anymore. We're making this here. I will make this here and I will make it look okay. It will be fine. Okay, maybe have a little bit of a highlight there. I like squinting at it like... Okay. Right. Satisfied with her hair. So this little lady, I'm going to take these turquoisey colours. I'm going to go and grab a lighter one because these are quite close together. And that was the cobalt turquoise and the aquamarine. I'm going to get the paler shade again. Just keeping an eye on the time because I've got one last surprise for you. But we'll not talk about that now. We'll talk about that in a little while. Okay, a parrot green. I need to consult the sketchbook, the swatch book again. Helps if you look at the right set of pencils, Jem. Yeah, I think I want the light aqua, which you can't see because of the square. That's what. Oh, this one here. We're going to go for that. So grab a hold of that real quick. So where is this pencil? Right in front of me, can't see if we're looking at it. Again, we'll just give this a quick sharpen. We're discussing the extra fin, yes. Ooh. Her elbow would be very out of place. Right, yeah, this, I don't know. I think it might be a fin. Because that looks like the start of her, her scaled part there. And that is directly joined on with that. But it's just strange because the shape is very similar to that of her other hand. And if you think about when someone leans back and puts their arms back, I was thinking that was actually her bum right enough, but just that bottom part there could have been her arm sticking out from the other side. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, her hand's on her knee. Very well pointed out. So it's definitely a fin then. Okay, that's decided it. That's decided it. Okay, so let's get some of this colour down. And we're going to have a really subtle gradient going on here. We're going to make this very gentle. And we're just going to start with this this tail part, or her lower body part. Again, don't know correct anatomical names for the bottom half of a mermaid, let alone one that's got a narwhal horn. I don't know what that is. Don't know what it means. Okay, try not to get her bust. Yeah, that's definitely a fin. It's got scales on it. It's got to be a fin of descriptions, so that's just what we'll do with it. Yeah, okay. I'm just deciding whether to take this colour. No. I think what we'll do is... See, I kind of like just going with the flow and making this up as I go along. I'm going to take the cobalt turquoise and I'm going to use that as the base layer on her actual tail fin here, which she's got all tucked up. It's almost as if she's like tucked her toes under. like this, except in tail form. Well, we're learning a lot about strange anatomy tonight, aren't we? That's for sure. That is, that is a certainty this evening. Oh my. I can't think of a better way to spend my Wednesday night personally, but it might just be me. Oh, right, okay, so for her tail fin here, I've got the Indian theme, yeah, the Indian throne blue here. And just at the very tip of her tail there, again, get it out of the way of the square gem, come on now. And I'm going to bring this up. And this, like, Prismas are made for stuff like this, so we might as well use that to our advantage. So I want the depth of colour to be quite intense down at the bottom here. And you don't have to do lots and lots of layers with Prismacolors for that. They just kind of do it themselves because they're so squishy. But if I like really, really let up the pressure as I'm heading up there, we can get a really nice gentle gradient here, and it's going to look superb. Now I'm going to bring it a bit further up in some places than others because that tail fin is split into sections, so we want to try and capture a little bit of that as well. Or what do you call a mermaid with a narwhal horn? Yeah, like, we don't actually know, like we're just making these up as we go along. Elise is saying I've missed a bit of hair somewhere, have I? Where have I missed? You need to colour the hairpiece in between her back and arm. Oh, this part here, you mean, Elise? Is this the part that you're talking about? I'm hoping so, because I can't see any other bits that I've missed. Oh no. Oh no. Fixed it. Thank you. See, you guys will spot me. You've got my back. Anyway, right, back down to what I was doing down here. Come on now. Because we really need to be finishing up so that we can deal with the last surprise. More on that in just a moment. I would really like to finish this part first. I want to finish something tonight, jeez. Okay, so if I jump back to the cobalt turquoise now and start to build up this colour here. So starting in that shaded area that's tucked underneath. And I'm going to lighten up my pressure as I head towards that blue area, and it's just so that I can get a nice gentle blend there in that section there. So just kind of tickling the paper here, not doing anything crazy. Because as we all know, that the Prismacolors can get quite excited all by themselves. They don't need much encouragement. They are very, very vibrant and pigmented, and the laydown's quite generous, so you can just go easy with it. And you'll get some really good results. Okay, so we've got quite a nice transition there from the cobalt turquoise into the blue, but we've still managed to keep a little bit of the form of the separate sections. Now if I just take a very light flick with the Indian threne, so it's Indian throne in this set, not Indian threne. Indian threne is in the polychromos. Yeah, so if I just like even flick a quick line there, that just helps to define those sections of the tail as well, but it's quite subtle. I really like doing stuff like that just to give you a bit more fancy pants, you know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, everybody's staying past your bedtime. Okay. Are the Prismacolors light fast? That's up for debate. They have a good degree of light fastness. They are not completely light fast. Working and watching, so productive afternoon. Good. Her tail is toning with your nail gem. Yeah, interestingly, I didn't do that on purpose. This is actually called mermaid polish as well. So we've done really well in keeping things consistent tonight. I'd actually forgotten I'd done my nails. I don't normally do them. Yeah, cool. PJs. Roseanne turns into a pumpkin at 9 PM. Oh, you guys. Okay, so let's get this body finished off. So again, just back to this cobalt turquoise very, very briefly, and I'm just going to use this in a tiny section at the bottom here. And I'm going to put a light layer over where the heavy part of the scales is, which kind of acts as almost like a bit of hatching. There is hatching there, but the scales are kind of doing that job as well. So kind of run that down there. And then I'm going to go into the aquamarine. And I'm going to pick up here. Again, just blend this in really gently. We're going to have great fun with this. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of white on this outside edge, kind of like a bit of a highlight that's not a highlight. Because I'm thinking, again, they're underwater though, but I was thinking more like they're glistening because they're wet. But yeah, light sources are complicated when you're underwater. And I'm going to bring this round to maybe here-ish. Just want to build this up though, I want this to be a bit richer. So I'm really blending it in with that cobalt colour. And then on this side here, do the same as I did with the cobalt, but with this this aquamarine, and we'll get this down in here as well. Be absolutely fine. Let's pop this down. Kind of using this as a shadow colour in this section now. And just that wee scumbling motion, you know, the little circular motion with a light pressure, just to let it sort of peter out on its own. And then I'm going to go to the light aqua and we're going to do a bit of blendy blendy. So I can go over what I've done with the darker pencil. That's absolutely fine, as long as you're not like mashing it into the paper. That's not going to be a problem. It's not going to affect the colour too much. And we can just gently start to bring this up and round. So I'm changing the shape of the highlight here, and it's just to help denote like a little bit of curvature, because obviously that would be like the equivalent of the thigh area. Again, no idea what that's called in mermaid anatomy, but that's going to be the fuller part of the hips down into the leg tail. So if we leave this highlight in the middle and let it come up round like this, then that's going to help to denote that there's a curvature there and it's not just a flat area. You could spend all day, like I could literally spend all day messing about with this and making it really, you know, really detailed in terms of this highlight and the curvature, but we don't have time for that tonight, we don't have time. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. Fairly happy with that. And even more so if I zoom out, very gently, oh, pencil's rolling away. You can see that's actually got quite a nice effect and quite a nice impact, so happy days. I'm missing all the jokes, apparently. I'm going to have to go back and read it. Oh, okay, so no, I don't want any more under jokes. How do octopuses make mermaids laugh excessively with tentacle? Oh my goodness. Oh. Why do mermaids wear seashells? They are too big for bee shells. Oh. Oh, Andrew, that is horrendous. That is a terrible joke. Oh dear. Oh Lord. Oh, that's just too much. Too much, too much. Okay, it's quite good actually that this is happening. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to close this up because now we've got important stuff to deal with. Seeing it as it is the cave birthday and you have all stuck it out until the end, I have a prize to give away, and you do not have to enter. Please do not feel the need to participate. Obviously, if you do, you must participate if you want to be in with a chance of winning. And this is going to be a worldwide giveaway. There is, you know, there's no, you know, like entry fee or anything like that. But the prize that I have to give away, and I'm going to give it away right now, is not one. Oh, I can't reach it, it's too far away. But two artful boxes. I have an unopened artful watercolour box, and I also have the upgrade box as well, and I want to give this away to someone in this live stream right now. So if you would like to be in with a chance to win these, the upgrade colours are amazing. They're very, very interesting, but these are a great set of paints, and this is a great box. This is one of my favourite Artful boxes since they started. So if you want to be in with a chance to win this, in the chat just now, I want you to tell me your best joke. Obviously this evening you get bonus points if they're aquatic or cow related or mermaid related, and once you get those rolling, I'm going to pick out 3 that I really like and I'm going to put it to a poll, and I want you guys to vote on the winner. So please feel free to get your jokes in there now to be in with a chance of getting these 2 Artful boxes full of watercolour, and these watercolours are bright and they are excellent fun. So now, while you guys are thinking up your best jokes, no rush, it's okay, we've still got 10 minutes. I'm just going to stick these to the side, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to sit back and chill and enjoy all the jokes. And obviously, like this. Roseanne thinks she's utterly out of jokes. Is that your entry, Roseanne? This is going to get complicated. No pressure, take your time, it's fine. Katara's favourite bad joke. What's brown and sticky? A stick. I think you're going to have to raise the bar a little bit. Oh, Black Rose. Now this is the thing. Black Rose, are you okay? Jock. Black Rose, are you okay with me telling people your country of origin, because it goes a ways to explaining things? If you're not, it's absolutely fine. Andrew Buchanan, what kind of aquatic animal thinks you did a good job? The seal of approval. Oh, that's a good one, I like that. Katara, it was bad. It really was bad. What would a nice mermaid say to greet someone? I wish you a very joyful day. Oh. Thea's funny by accident, if anything, not her comfort zone either. Oh, goodness me. What did the cow shout when it did a cannonball into the ocean? Cowabunga. Oh my goodness. I think we were doing better with the puns, weren't we? How would a mermaid motivate someone? She would tell them they're a mermaid to become successful. Oh, Pepper Cloud. The only joke I can think of right now is a bit on the naughty side. Is it offensive, Pepper Cloud, or is it just an adult joke? Because if it's just an adult joke, then please feel free. We're safe to do that here. If it's derogatory to any minority or anything like that, or related to religion or politics, please don't tell it. Magical, what did the one ocean say to the other? Nothing, I just waved. Oh my god, that's so bad it's good. Oh no. Oh lordy. Oh. What do you get if we cross a cow with an octopus? A visit from the ethics committee. I find that really funny because I'm an animal scientist. MGP, I think you've just made my night. That's hilarious. Oh. What do dolphins do at parties? They have a whale of a time. What does a mermaid wear to maths class? An algebra. Be cozy. What kind of turtles are easiest to find? Green sea turtles. Oh, these are getting better. How can you guys pull so many aquatic jokes out your backside at the drop of a hat? Like, how do you do this? Whoa. Why don't mare/human relationships work? They're already on the rocks. Black Rose, to clarify why I don't enter, English is my second language from Germany. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Black Rose. For people whose English is, for who English is their second language, I can't even speak it and that's my first language. Especially in German, German jokes are structured differently because of the way the grammar's set up. So what makes sense in German doesn't translate well into a joke in English. That's what I was trying to get to there, but I didn't want to reveal where Black Rose was without her letting me. Why did the whale cross the road? To get to the other tide. That's quite good. I like that one too. Oh, we're doing well here. We're doing well. Okay, I'm going to give you another 3 minutes, guys, and then after that, I'm going to pick my favourite three and we'll put them to a vote. How do you get a mermaid in a fridge? I don't know. How do you get a mermaid in a fridge? Open the door, pop her in. Oh. Oh. Zen Mix best mermaid song, Some Enchanted Evening. Oh, good grief. Geeky Eva, there you go. Geeky Eva's made a joke and she hasn't even realised it. We have jokes in Germany. I thought we don't laugh. What does a dolphin say when he's confused? Can you be more Pacific? Oh, that's terrible. What lies at the bottom of the ocean and twitches? A nervous wreck. That's quite clever, actually. Oh my. Thank you, Black Rose. You know, I'm very protective of people's identity and, you know, things about them, so I wouldn't reveal anything unless someone allowed me to. Black Rose is saying, though, that she doesn't even know any aquatic jokes in her own language, so okay. Kind of beat before you start there. Ah. How do fish get to school by octobus? Magical. I entered 10 puns into a pun contest to see which would win. No pun intended. Don't make me snort. That's ridiculous. Wendy, how do you get a whale in the fridge? Open the door, take the mermaid out and put him in. Oh, that's hilarious. This is too much. Right, I don't know how many animals and creatures are in this fridge because apparently there's a shark in there now too. Don't tell me I'm going to have to draw a fridge with all these animals in it as well. Oh, that's funny. Jules, what's the worst thing about seasickness? It comes in waves. Oh, right, okay. This is just getting silly now. Right, you've got 1 minute left, guys. Oh, goodness me, this is getting a bit silly. I'm going to have to start writing stuff down here because I need to get the people that wrote these jokes as well. Gotta grab my trusty post-it notes, of which I have many. And pens are over here. There we go. What kind of fish goes well with ice cream? Jellyfish. Andrew Buchanan, yours are getting worse. I don't understand aquatic mammals. What's their porpoise? Katara says she needs to see a whale and a shark and a mermaid in a fridge. I agree, I concur. Roseanne, I don't like the fridge joke. I'm already cold-hearted. Oh my goodness, these are just getting better. Why does it take pirates so long to learn the alphabet? Because they spend years at sea. Obviously, there are real jokesters in this chat and some very punny people. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. What is the difference between a piano and a fish? You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Oh. Right, guys, I'm calling time on it because it's actually 9 o'clock just now. I will need to go and feed the dogs. Okay, so jokes that I really like. I think Andrew Buchanan with his seal of approval. That's definitely a good one. I like that a lot. I also really liked. I'm just trying to find it. I'm scanning down the list just to make sure. I really liked MJ Pete's joke about the ethics committee, and I know that you guys, most of you probably won't appreciate that one, just because that's very sciencey and stuff. But yeah, I like that one. That was the one. What do you get if you cross a cow with an octopus? A visit from the ethics committee. And I think there's quite a few that are really good here. I think it's going to have to be Ashley's. What does a mermaid wear to maths class and algebra? Uh, so that's going to be my top three choices. So I'm going to put those into a poll just now. And if you could all just take a minute before we finish up to vote, because you guys are now going to decide who's going to win the watercolour boxes, okay? So I'm just going to stick this poll up right now. We're all about the polls tonight, aren't we? Just move my Jack Daniels out of the way. Okay, there we go. Please cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen, and make someone happy and give us a lovely high note to finish the stream on. This is really interesting because I'm actually learning a lot about you guys just through this poll, simply on the fact that I'm learning about your sense of humour. And I wonder how, obviously, some of you must appreciate my sense of humour, otherwise, you wouldn't watch the channel. But I just wonder how many are actually, have the same sense of humour, or whether it's just similar, or whether someone's just told a joke that's funny for everyone. Oh, so far, ethics committee 58%. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, I think we might have a winner. Oh, this is so exciting. I think this is a wonderful way to give away a cave miss. Here we go with cave miss again. What does it mean, cave miss? I was actually thinking about cave miss videos the other day. I think that's maybe like subconsciously tickling away in the back of my mind. Yeah. Pulls for the win. Okay, this seems pretty steady at 57%, so more than half the votes goes to the joke about ethics committee, which came from MJ Pete. So MJ Pete, I think we can probably call it quits at that. So I'm just going to end the poll just to make it official. And there we go. Congratulations, MJ Pete. You are now the proud owner of these artful watercolours. So that is the main subscription box with the magazine and everything in it, but also the upgrade box with the extra colours as well. I hope that that suits you. You need to get in touch with me via email, please, so that we can organise getting that sent out. For those of you that won spot prizes as well, you have been directed by Thea. Please get in touch with me too, so that we can organise getting your goodies out to you as well. Congratulations, MJ Pete. And yeah, I hope he doesn't think that that was in with a chance. Well, there you go. The people of the cave have serviced you well. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves this evening. I've had a really good time. I don't think we've been all that productive, and I was a bit panicked about the fact that we seem to be in the twilight zone for the first half of the stream. I can say hand on heart, I am very, very tired now. I did say earlier I wasn't quite back to, full steam. And doing stuff like this always takes a lot out of you anyway. After the last stream, I was exhausted after the last stream. I do feel really tired now, and obviously it's getting quite late at night. I think I'm done, so I think we've picked a good time to finish this off. So yeah, a smashingly good time. Well, obviously you've had a good time because you just won a great prize. What about everyone else? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, okay, no, I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, and I'm glad that some of you were able to come and join me tonight as well. A Wednesday night's a kind of weird night for a stream, but it's I think it actually makes it more relaxed, and as I say, I've really, really enjoyed myself. So a big thank you to all of you for participating and also keeping the chat lively tonight as well. Special thank yous to those of you who have put in super chats and super stickers. Absolutely not a requirement for the stream, but every single penny helps towards a new laptop. I always like, when money is given like this, I always like it to have a purpose. So I'm glad that we've got something to put it towards as well. So much appreciated. And also, can we have a huge round of applause in the chat for Thea, who's done a wonderful job, because she's been by herself for most of the stream as well, and looking after you all and just being there basically. Yay! Everybody's excited for the Mermoo. I will put up details about the Mermoo stream as soon as I've figured out when we're going to do it. But as soon as I know, you guys will know, so that you can plan and see if you're able to make it or not. Happy belated birthday, Cave, yes. Hopefully we'll be on time. Well, I was going to say hopefully we'll be on time next year. Hopefully we're still here next year. We're still going to be here next year, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, bye-bye everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And the cave is back to normal for video schedules as of Sunday, as in the coming Sunday. So there will be a video on Sunday, and then we're back to Thursday, Sunday as normal, and we'll just squish in that live stream somewhere in the middle. So hope to see you for our next normal video at the weekend. So have a great day everyone. Please stay safe, take care of each other, and bye for now. Thanks for coming everyone.